Chapter 977. Emperor Killer Team Zhang Yunping looked at Qin Yun and Yi Yaoxue and said with smile, "You two are very awesome. You actually managed to capture Ghost Beast Emperors so quickly." Yi Yaoxue stored the Ghost Emperor pouch, landed beside Qin Yun, and said in low voice, "Let's go." Zhang Yunping and those four black-clothed men also feel that this is very strange. They thought that Qin Yun and Yi Yaoxue were killed. They did not expect them to appear here. "Don't go. Do you know that in order to find you, I did not even try to capture Ghost Beast Emperors?" Zhang Yunping said with sneer. "Zhang Yunping, you brought four peak martial emperors here to capture Ghost Beast Emperors, right? You cheated." Yi Yaoxue coldly groaned and said, "You cheated? Don't tell me you want to attack me?" Zhang Yunping laughed loudly and said, "So what if I attack you?" Yi Yaoxue, "From today on, you are mine. I will turn you into my lowly slave." Ha ha! Zhang Yunping's confidence is inflated after obtaining the Heaven and Earth Devil Sealing Goblet. He is not afraid of Yi Yaoxue at all. "Ignore him. Let's go." Yi Yaoxue said to Qin Yun, then pulled him and flew to the sky. She knows that the Heaven and Earth Devil Sealing Goblet is not easy to deal with. Moreover, the other side has four peak martial emperors. "Don't run." Zhang Yunping saw Yi Yaoxue and Qin Yun holding hands and immediately shouted in anger. Those few black-clothed men also flew up and surrounded Yi Yaoxue and Qin Yun. "I will deal with them." Yi Yaoxue took out her saber and released a burst of red light from her body. She controlled the red rune martial spirit's power to form four air currents and trapped those four old men. Qin Yun also flew down at this time. Zhang Yunping saw Qin Yun land on the ground. His face is filled with excitement as he rushed over. He is holding a crystal bell in his hand. He shook the bell, producing a burst of sound waves that transformed into white ripples that rushed towards Qin Yun. Qin Yun released vibration power and shook away the sound waves. "You bastard, do you have some strength?" Zhang Yunping said with evil grin. "My palm did not kill you. You should have properly hid inside Star Traveling Pagoda. You actually dared to come here. You are truly courting death." "Zhang Yunping, I will settle the matter with you here," Qin Yun said in cold voice. His left hand is holding a half-immortal shield, and his right hand is holding Nine Sun Divine Hammer. "Ha! You are a very powerful great grandmaster with a set of very powerful equipment. I want to see just how powerful your equipment is today." Zhang Yunping laughed arrogantly. He felt that his Heaven and Earth Devil Sealing Goblet was very strong. It was enough to take down this great master in front of him. Qin Yun said with a sneer, "Comparing equipment? You can't beat me." The Heaven and Earth Devil Sealing Goblet in Zhang Yunping's hand suddenly became bigger and soared into the sky. He proudly smiled and said, "Are all your equipment immortal tools?" "Of course it's not an immortal tool." Qin Yun chuckled. "His Nine Sun Divine Hammer is a divine tool." "Then you are finished today," Zhang Yunping proudly said with an evil grin. Boom! A large bell suddenly dropped down and enveloped Qin Yun inside. "Ha ha ha!" Zhang Yunping laughed loudly and said, "Yi Yaoxue, your man has been captured by me. Quickly concede." Yi Yaoxue has been paying attention to Qin Yun's situation. She is very worried in her heart. Seeing Qin Yun trapped by the Heaven and Earth Devil Sealing Goblet, she became even more anxious. But she recalled that Qin Yun has mastered a special power that can penetrate through many things. She felt relieved and continued fighting the four peak martial emperors. Now Yi Yaoxue has released her power to the pinnacle. She is able to withstand the attacks of those peak martial emperors. Moreover, two of them have been hit by her saber a few times. But she is not injured at all. Yi Yaoxue is indifferent. She is still calmly fighting. This caused Zhang Yunping to feel very unhappy. He punched the large crystal goblet and caused it to shake. "Bastard, did you see that? Yi Yaoxue is just a selfish woman. In order to preserve her life, she doesn't care about you at all," Zhang Yunping said with sneer. "And you think that she is completely willing to be with you? Truly ridiculous." Qin Yun said through the transparent crystal goblet, "You are even more ridiculous than me." You have known her for so many years. Have you ever kissed her? Have you ever touched her hand? You have pursued her for so many years, yet you obtained nothing. And I have not known her for long, yet she took the initiative to kiss me, hold my hand, and even took a bath together with me. Don't speak anymore. Zhang Yunping furiously punched the large crystal goblet and caused it to shake again. Ha ha! Why does Yi Yaoshua not like you? Because you are trash. Qin Yun laughed loudly and said, You are a late-stage martial emperor. When you tested your power, you only got 30 dragon power. And I, a martial king, am a bit stronger than you. Yi Yaoshua is not blind. How could she like trash like you? Just you wait. When they capture Yi Yaoshua, I will torture that slut Yi Yaoshua to death in front of you. Zhang Yunping's eyes are red. His face is distorted, and his voice is like that of a mad beast. They will be killed by Yi Yaoshua. At that time, she will also kill you. Qin Yun said with a smile. Don't be delusional. Yi Yaoshua will be captured. And you, no matter how talented you are, no matter how awesome you are, a venerable master like you will die miserably in my hands. Zhang Yunping grabbed the crystal goblet with his fingernails, gnashed his teeth, and said, Rest assured, I will ravage and humiliate Yi Yaoshua and then kill you. Ha ha ha! A guy with a twisted mind like you will surely die under the half-immortal tribulation. Qin Yun shook his head and said, How can I die? Do you know? This is the immortal tool my grandfather gave me. This immortal tool has blocked many half-immortal tribulations for him. Very soon, he will go through 7th tribulation. At that time, this heaven and earth devil sealing goblet will be mine. Zhang Yunping's face is filled with pride. He laughed loudly and excitedly. And you bullshit venerable master, you will watch as your woman is humiliated by me and then killed by me. While Zhang Yunping is laughing loudly, he suddenly discovered that Qin Yun has disappeared from inside the heaven and earth devil sealing goblet. While he is turning pale with fright, he discovered that many tree vines and tree roots suddenly emerged from the ground and coiled around his body. You want to kill me? Go to hell and keep dreaming. Qin Yun suddenly appeared behind Zhang Yunping, raised his half-immortal shield, and swept it towards Zhang Yunping's head. Bang! Zhang Yunping's head has been hit by a half-immortal tool. His head split open and blood flowed out. He loudly screamed. Although Qin Yun used mysterious penetration divine ability to pierce through the heaven and earth devil sealing goblet, he can still enter the ground and then come out again. After being heavily injured, Zhang Yunping's vision became blurry. He wanted to shout, but his whole body suddenly felt incomparable pain. A strange power suddenly entered his body, causing him to feel as if every part of his body is being torn apart. It is as if something is tearing him apart. It is so painful that he loudly screamed. Qin Yun released suffering divine ability power to the extreme. Those 4 black-clothed men also discovered that Zhang Yunping is being counterattacked. They wanted to go over, but were blocked by Yi Yaoshua. One black-clothed man disregarded everything and rushed towards Zhang Yunping. He did not even have the time to defend, and his body was chopped in half by Yi Yaoshua's dreadful saber energy. The other 3 black-clothed men saw this and realized that it will be difficult for them to get rid of Yi Yaoshua. They can only continue fighting. My grandfather will not let you off. Zhang Yunping shouted loudly. Qin Yun's hammer smashed towards Zhang Yunping's chest. 9-Sun Divine Hammer released fierce flame power, like a furious dragon roaring out. It left behind a large burnt black hole on Zhang Yunping's chest, emitting flames. You want to capture me with just 30 dragon power trash? Qin Yun said with sneer. Then he smashed the half-immortal shield on Zhang Yunping's head. Zhang Yunping can only scream miserably now. He is unable to say anything else. He knows that he is dead for sure. He is also incomparably scared. He wants to beg for mercy, but he is unable to open his mouth. Qin Yun stored the heaven and earth devil sealing goblet into the 3rd pearl of the 9-Sun Divine Soul and handed it over to Yao Fong so that she can remove the mental imprint inside. Zhang Yunping saw that the heaven and earth devil sealing goblet has been snatched away. He is filled with anger and despair in his heart. Me and senior sister Yi were capturing ghost beast emperors. Why did you come looking for trouble with us? You still want to capture us? Now you know fear. Qin Yun jumped up and smashed down on the ground with his hammer, releasing a violent flame and thunder and lightning. It is as if a mad dragon is roaring in anger. Boom boom. Ferocious power rushed out from Nine Sun Divine Hammer and attacked down from the sky, enveloping Zhang Yunping. Ferocious thunder and fire rushed out and tore apart Zhang Yunping in a flash, turning him into ashes. When Qin Yun used Nine Sun Divine Hammer, his power increased by several times. There's only one black-clothed man left on Yi Yaoshue's side. The other 3 black-clothed men are scattered all over the ground. They have all been chopped into 8 pieces. Qin Yun rushed over and took out those Dao cores. Those are all peak Martial Emperor's Dao cores. Why are you running? Zhang Yunping is dead. Are you not going to be buried with him? Yi Yaoshue coldly groaned. She looked at the black-clothed man fleeing in the sky, then rushed over in a flash. She brandished her saber and released a burst of chaotic and tyrannical saber energy that chopped that martial emperor into many pieces. Boom! That black-clothed man's Dao core was hit and exploded in the sky. Are you all right? Qin Yun looked at Yi Yaoshue flying down from the sky like a quick-witted fairy. Yi Yaoshue smiled sweetly and said, I am all right. What about you? I'm also all right. Qin Yun looked at the messy scene all around and said, there are many remnant auras here, especially your special power. It could be easily recognized. We should quickly clean up this place. How should we clean up? Yi Yaoshue also knows that it will be very troublesome if any clues are found. Because Zhang Rong's Heaven and Earth Devil Sealing Goblet has been lost, he will do his utmost to search for it. You don't need to clean up. We will help you clean up. A burst of cold laughter suddenly came from the sky. We'll take care of you as well. A sharp voice echoed through the sky, causing the heaven and earth to become a bit colder. Formless killing intent blotted out the sky and covered the earth in a flash and enveloped them. Qin Yun and Yi Yaoshue are startled in their hearts. They hastily stood together. They both know who has arrived. Chapter 978. Chapter 978. Chapter 978. Killing Formation Emperor Killer team members are wearing black armor and helmets. From the runes on their armor, it can be seen that they are all King Grey Dao tools. Qin Yun now knows why Emperor Killer Team is so strong. Yi Yaoshue is standing beside Qin Yun. She is very nervous and scared. There are 5 people in Emperor Killer Team. They are surrounding Qin Yun and Yi Yaoshue in the middle. The swords in their hands are all King Grey Dao tools. I recognize your aura. You're all Yang Chongtian's sons. Yi Yaoshue suddenly yelled after sensing the familiar aura. Yi Yaoshue, Father is very sad that you left First Pagoda. If you capture that guy and force him to hand over the Heaven and Earth Devil Sealing Goblet, Pagoda Master will disregard past enmity and give you generous resources just like before. One person pointed at Qin Yun and said, judging from his voice, he is an old man. He is the leader of this Emperor Killer Team. Yi Yaoshue also said that all the members of this Emperor Killer Team are Yang Chongtian's sons. Although they are not half immortals, their equipment is very strong. No wonder they are so awesome. You want to obtain the Heaven and Earth Devil Sealing Goblet. Yi Yaoshue said in cold voice. Her lily-white hands are tightly holding the saber hilt, sweating profusely. She has no confidence in escaping from the Emperor Killer Team's encirclement. Qin Xiao Yun, I will stay behind and fight them. You run first. Yang Chongtian's grandson has always wanted me. They won't harm me. Yi Yaoshue sent sound transmission to Qin Yun. We will leave together. No matter what, I am still a pagoda master. I cannot abandon my disciple. Qin Yun replied, and then took out 5 talismans. Emperor Killer Team's 5 people saw Qin Yun take out 5 talismans and promptly retreated a few steps. They don't dare to look down on this venerable inscription master. They saw how Qin Yun killed Zhang Yunping from the distance. Moreover, they are suspecting Qin Yun. Many explosions occurred in the mountain range. They are all caused by Qin Yun. Because Qin Yun's explosions are too fierce, space inside the mountain range has been cracked and cannot be restored. Even sound transmission magic tools have lost their effectiveness. Emperor Killer Team wants to contact Yang Chongtian, but they can't and they don't want to go back. Stop struggling. Hand over the heaven and earth devil sealing goblet, and we will let you go. The old man shouted. These few people are peak martial emperors. If they can obtain the heaven and earth devil sealing goblet, they can use it to cross tribulation. Therefore, they don't dare to act recklessly. They are worried that the heaven and earth devil sealing goblet will disappear along with Qin Yun. Yi Yaoshue also knows that when Qin Yun attacked Zhang Yunping, he used up all his powerful artillery shells. Moreover, they're surrounded by 5 very strong peak martial emperors. It is very difficult for them to escape. Otherwise, they would also be affected. Qin Yun smiled and said, "You want the heaven and earth devil sealing goblet? All right, I'll give it to you." With that said, the heaven and earth devil sealing goblet appeared in his hand. The members of the Emperor Killer Team were excited when they saw the immortal weapon. Qin Yun vigorously threw the heaven and earth devil sealing goblet. Just as those assassins wanted to jump up to catch it, they saw the heaven and earth devil sealing goblet suddenly split into 5 and flew towards 5 different directions. Moreover, the speed is very fast. 5 killers, each chasing one. They also knew that 4 of them were definitely fakes. Let's go. Qin Yun and Yi Yaoshue hid themselves and flew towards the sky. Rumble. An intense explosion occurred at the place where he killed Zhang Yunping. Those are the Dao cores of the peak martial emperors Qin Yun left behind. After they exploded, all traces and aura of that place will be destroyed. The 5 assassins of the Emperor Killer Team are chasing after the heaven and earth devil sealing goblet. Suddenly, they sensed a burst of intense fluctuation coming from behind them and felt extremely apprehensive. Now, they can be sure that those strong explosions were caused by Qin Yun. Those are Dao cores exploding. That bastard can actually make Dao cores explode at will. An assassin loudly cursed. He can only fly to the sky and grab the heaven and earth devil sealing goblet. The other 4 assassins also grabbed the heaven and earth devil sealing goblet, then flew to the sky and looked at the sea of flames below. The heaven and earth devil sealing goblet they're holding looks very real. Very soon, it turned into a very hard talisman. Boom! A burst of explosion came from the sky. All the talismans in the hands of the Emperor Killer Team exploded. The 5 assassins of the Emperor Killer Team immediately roared in anger. Even though they're not injured, they have never suffered this kind of loss before. You truly gave the heaven and earth devil sealing goblet to them. Yi Yaoshue feels that it is somewhat regretful. She lightly sighed and said, "How is this possible? I made them with talismans. They are special talismans. They can turn into small things and then fly very fast. If they return to their original form, they will explode." Qin Yun said with a smile, "You are truly something." Yi Yaoshue sweetly smiled, but then she became worried. They know that you killed Zhang Yunping. If they can't obtain the heaven and earth devil sealing goblet, they will surely inform Zhang Rong. It will be very troublesome. I will kill those 5 bastards. Qin Yun looked at a tall mountain ahead and said, "We will enter the belly of that mountain. I want to refine something to deal with them." Yi Yaoshue took out a sound transmission magic tool, tested it, and said, "We still can't send messages to the outside. You must quickly think of a way to kill those guys." If it was before, Yi Yaoshue would not believe that Qin Yun could kill those peak martial emperors, but now she doesn't dare to doubt it. Forget about peak martial emperors. It is very possible that he can even kill half immortals. Qin Yun and Yi Yaoshue entered the belly of the mountain using mysterious penetration divine ability and opened up a stone room inside. He took out Heavenly Lion Dragon Suppressing Cauldron, 9 Sun Divine Hammer, and some black crystal beast bones. Yi Yaoshue is looking from the side and asked in low voice, "Do you need my help?" "Yes, in a moment you need to channel energy into me. I will consume a lot of energy." Qin Yun took off his upper garment, inhaled a few mouthfuls of air, then took out some flag formation and covered the stone room, isolating the aura of this stone room. After ensuring that this place is safe, Qin let Zi Qingsheng and Shui Tianzi come out. Yi Yaoxue secretly exclaimed in admiration seeing these two beautiful and moving absolute charm concubines. She also despised Qin in her heart because he actually brought along two peerless beauties. What made her despise them even more was that as soon as these two peerless beauties came out and greeted her, they were ordered to work by Qin. They smelted the materials, sorted the materials, and cut the animal skins. Zi Qingsheng and Shui Tianzi have no complaints because this is what they promised Qin to do. The two of them followed Qin. Not only did they do odd jobs for him, they also cultivated together with him. Therefore, their cultivation advanced by leaps and bounds together with Qin. What do you want to refine? Yi Yaoxue curiously asked. I want to refine a flag formation. Qin laughed. With our current strength, it will not be easy to deal with those 5 guys. We can only rely on formation. Emperor Killer Team is very well trained. They won't fall for your trap so easily. Yi Yaoxue somewhat anxiously said. Are you sure you can make them fall into your formation trap? You will know when the time comes. Qin said with mischievous smile. He is very confident. Little brother Yin, you want to play dirty again? Are the opponents this time very strong? I have never seen you refine a flag formation just to deal with others. Shui Tianzi said in a sweet and charming manner. Her voice and appearance are both very charming. Even Yi Yaoxue feels that Shui Tianzi is an extraordinarily beautiful woman who is filled with allure from head to toe. Even she wants to get her hands on such a naturally charming woman. These guys are indeed very strong. I will have to use some tricks. Naturally, this is the first time I am using this kind of method. I hope it will be successful, Qin said. Qin is forging the beast skin used in the flag formation. This beast skin is used to craft King Grey Dao talismans. The flag formation he is refining is also a King Grey Dao talisman. Zi Qingsheng said with smile, Little brat, is this beautiful woman your new girlfriend? She is only my senior sister. Qin glanced at Yi Yaoxue and said with smile, But she bragged to everyone that I am her man. She is truly shameless. Now everyone thinks that I am her man. Yi Yaoxue is somewhat angry, but she cannot say anything because this is indeed the case. She also bragged to Zhang Yunping that Qin is her man before. When do you want my help? She lightly groaned, wrinkled her delicate nose, and asked. Let's start now. Put your hand on my back. Remember, don't touch randomly. Qin said. What is there to touch? Yi Yaoxue placed her lily-white hand on Qin's burning hot and robust back and said disdainfully. Yi Yaoxue's power is very strong. She poured a lot of power in a short while. Shui Tianzi handed over the tidied-up beast skin to Qin, then vigorously rubbed Qin's upper body a few times. Then she continued, working with a charming smile on her face. The main reason Qin is consuming energy is because he is carving runes. He is condensing very strong energy to carve runes. This way the runes will have even more power. Moreover, he is also drawing out the energy from Regent Origin stones and pouring it into the flag formation. The process is very complicated. For 3 days and 3 nights, Qin did not stop at all. He is carving complex runes. After Shui Tianzi and Zi Qingsheng finished their work, they returned to the 9 Sun Divine Soul's 3rd pearl and continued studying with Yao Fang. Finally finished, Qin looked at the dozens of flag formation and said with smile, Let's go. We'll go plant the flags now. This kind of flag formation is at least Dao tier. You can make it in 3 days. Isn't it too fast? Is it really useful? Yi Yaoxue is amazed and also somewhat doubtful. I will know after trying. I will rest for a bit before going out. Oh, that's right. I will take a bath. Do you want to join me? Qin finished speaking and took out a very large square bathtub. Only a ghost would want to join you. Yi Yaoxue very disdainfully glared at Qin. After resting, Qin brought Yi Yaoxue out and taught her how to plant the flags. The two of them joined hands and very quickly planted the flags in the forest, forming a 1-kilometer wide circle. While planting the flags, Qin Yun and Yi Yaoxue deliberately released their aura so that the Emperor Killer team could sense them. Those 5 people from the Emperor Killer team are very angry because they were tricked by Qin Yun's shape-shifting Dao talisman and even had their faces blown up. Chapter 979. First Heavenly Might. Chapter 979. First Heavenly Might. Yaoxue sensed that the Emperor Killer squad is approaching and said in low voice, "Xiao Yun, we are in the middle of the formation. Will there be any problem? Relax. Nothing will happen. Just wait and see. You don't need to do anything." Qin Yun took out the Heaven and Earth Devil Sealing Goblet, enlarged it, and covered them inside. Now that Yao Fong has erased Heaven and Earth Devil Sealing Goblet's spiritual brand, Qin Yun can drip blood on it to recognize it as its master. Moreover, he is an inscription master, so he can easily control the goblet. It must be known that not everyone can easily erase the spirit imprint in an immortal tool. Yao Fong is an immortal king, and her spirit power is very strong. Moreover, she has mastered a special technique, which is why she can easily erase it. Yi Yaoxue said in amazement, "You just obtained it not long ago, and you can already use it? It seems like it needs to be refined, and it will take a long time to erase the spiritual imprint." Qin Yun said with smile, "This small matter is not difficult for me." Yi Yaoxue also laughed and said, "That's right, you are a venerable master." Not long after the Emperor Killer team arrived, there are still 5 people. As soon as they arrived, they surrounded them. "Ha ha! Do you think that by hiding in the Heaven and Earth Devil Sealing Goblet, we can't do anything to you?" An old man laughed heartily and said, "You have just obtained the Heaven and Earth Devil Sealing Goblet. You won't be able to fully control it. Big brother, let's start. Send the Heaven and Earth Devil Sealing Goblet flying." Ling Yi said, "All right, hurry up and do it, lest that brat plays any tricks." The members of the Earth Killer squad immediately attacked. They sent out balls of berserk energy that turned into balls of light and ferociously smashed into the Heaven and Earth Demon Sealing Goblet. Boom, boom, boom. A series of tremors continued for a moment. Only then did it stop. The Heaven and Earth Devil Sealing Goblet was also shrouded in dust. What was even more frightening was that the Heaven and Earth Devil Sealing Goblet didn't seem to be damaged at all. When the Heaven and Earth Devil Sealing Goblet is attacked, it can generate very strong defensive power. Qin Yun is secretly alarmed. This immortal tool consumes a lot of energy. Luckily, it is filled with Sister Yao Fong's immortal power. If I were to inject my own energy, I wouldn't be able to sustain it for long. His Heavenly Lion Dragon Suppressing Cauldron was stored by Yao Fong. Yi Yaoxue sent sound transmission to Qin Yun. "Is your formation working?" Qin Yun replied, "Now is not the time to open it." She also doesn't know what kind of formation it is, so she can only wait patiently. The few members of the Emperor Killer team unleashed a gale, blowing away the dust around the Heaven and Earth Devil Sealing Goblet. Qin Yun and Yi Yaoxue are safe and sound inside. This caused them to become even more crazy and excited because the Heaven and Earth Devil Sealing Goblets might far surpass their imagination. "Let's continue to attack. This time, use our strongest power." The leader shouted, "Use all your strength and kill them." The 5 members of the Emperor Killer team suddenly released powerful energy, causing the ground around them to violently tremble. Is it the effect of the flag array? Yi Yaoxue excitedly sent sound transmission to Qin Yun. "No, it's caused by their formidable energy," Qin Yun replied. Yi Yaoxue's expression slightly changed. She continued to send sound transmission. "Xiao Yun, when can you activate that flag array of yours? Can you really kill these guys?" She is very clear about how strong the Emperor Killer team is. Moreover, they are all equipped with powerful equipment. If she wants to kill them in one go, she will need the power of a half-immortal. Qin Yun smiled and said with voice transmission, "Don't worry. The power released by my formation is extremely terrifying. Our joint attack will surely be able to kill them through the Heaven and Earth Devil Sealing Goblet." The leader excitedly said, "So long as we kill them, the Heaven and Earth Devil Sealing Goblet will be ours." The power gathered by the Emperor Killer team is becoming stronger and stronger. The earth is fiercely shaking. Wind and clouds are roaring in the sky. After all, this is the power of 5 peak martial emperors. Now that they have gathered together, it is enough to kill a half-immortal. Yi Yaoshua's expression is grave. She also doesn't know how dreadful Qin Yun's formation is. She can't help but feel very nervous in her heart, but after seeing Qin Yun's calm expression, she gradually calmed down. It's about time. Qin Yun sensed the aura of the Emperor Killer team and said in his heart. Then he closed his eyes and began activating the flag formation. Senior Sister Yi, it has begun. Qin Yun said through sound transmission. It has begun? Yi Yaoshua looked all around. She is also looking forward to the power released by the formation. However, even after waiting for a while, there's still no movement. The entire area is still filled with the Emperor Killer team's berserk energy. The Emperor Killer team is certain that Qin Yun and Yi Yaoshua can't run away, so they have enough time to condense energy. The originally dusky sky is now filled with large black clouds. The dense black clouds are churning like crazy devils, baring their fangs and brandishing their claws. It is very scary. What is that? Is that the power of your flag formation? Yaoshua looked at the movement in the sky and said in fear. After the black clouds appeared, a very dreadful oppressive might rushed down. This oppressive might is precisely heavenly might. Qin Yun said with smile, it is not the power of the flag formation, it is just being attracted by the flag formation. Those guys are all peak martial emperors. They are about to cross tribulation. The only use of my flag formation is to draw down half immortal tribulation for them. Yaoshua is dumbstruck in shock. She is looking at the lightning that is unceasingly dropping down from the sky. Big brother, what is going on? An assassin looked at the sky and yelled in alarm. Not good. It is half immortal tribulation. Half immortal tribulation? It is not yet time for us to cross tribulation. Maybe the power condensed by us is too strong, causing the tribulation to arrive ahead of time. Impossible. This kind of thing has never happened before. Qin Yun suddenly burst in a loud laughter. Dear friends, I am the one who helped you draw down half immortal tribulation ahead of time. You are all wearing helmets. Even though I cannot see your appearance, I can tell from your voices that you are all very old. Therefore, I guess that you have been stuck in this bottleneck for many years. Therefore, I specially made a tribulation drawing Tao formation to draw down tribulation for you by borrowing the power condensed by you. Dear friends, you are all very strong. You will surely be able to cross half immortal tribulation and become half immortals. You will be able to live for another 10 to 20,000 years. Ha ha ha. No need to thank me. We are all disciples of the same sect. This is as easy as lifting a finger for me. You should properly cross tribulation. Bastard. The leader of the group furiously roared. Qin Yun replied with clear and bright laughter. The bodies of the 5 assassins of the Emperor Killer team are shivering. It is unknown whether it is because of anger or fear or both. Boom, boom, boom. Tribulation thunder fell down. It is very thick, very bright, and very loud. The energy condensed by the 5 assassins did not even have time to attack and scattered the tribulation thunder. They are now completely enveloped by the dense and chaotic tribulation thunder. Although Qin Yun and Yi Yaoshua are safe inside the heaven and earth devil sealing goblet, they can still feel the dreadful aura of the heavenly might. Yi Yaoshua is very scared and tightly hugged Qin Yun. Normally, she is not afraid of heaven or earth, but now she is unbearably scared under the ferocious heavenly might tribulation thunder. It is not that she has never seen other people cross tribulation, but she has only seen it from far away. And now she is in the center of the tribulation. She is watching other people cross tribulation from a very close distance. It must be known that when she saw other half-immortals cross tribulation before, many formidable half-immortals were chopped into mincemeat on the spot. Therefore, she is very afraid of this kind of tribulation thunder. Qin Yun cursed in low voice. This devil woman Yi, why are you hugging me so tightly? Yaoshu anxiously yelled in low voice. We are in the center of the tribulation. Won't we be killed by the tribulation thunder? Don't pretend. You are just pretending to be afraid of taking advantage of me. Qin Yin grabbed Yaoshua's lily-white hand, wanting to pry it away. I'm really afraid. Yaoshua stamped her feet. All right. Qin Yin ignored her and earnestly sensed the aura of the heavenly might. He closed his eyes and entered a very tranquil state. His heart is like still water as he sensed the mysteries of the dreadful aura. Earlier, when he was watching old Feiqian cross tribulation from far away, he gained some understanding of heavenly might. And now he is in the center of the tribulation. Moreover, he is very safe. He can calm his heart and comprehend heavenly might. Although he has heavenly might Tao technique, he is unable to grasp it. He has been thinking of ways to learn it for many days. Although Yi, Yaoshua, and Qin Yin are protected by the heaven and earth devil sealing goblet, the aura of the tribulation thunder is filled with deterrence and can penetrate through the goblet, causing Yi Yaoshua's face to turn deathly pale in fright. She now has no choice but to admire Qin Yin. Even in this kind of environment, he is still calmly standing there with his eyes closed. He is not at all intimidated by the heavenly might. Rumble. Tribulation thunder keeps falling down without any sign of stopping. However, the tribulation thunder of 5 peak martial emperors must be stronger and more numerous. It far surpasses the might of individual tribulation. Therefore, it is very taboo to cross tribulation with many people. It will be very dangerous. Qin Yin is not intimidated by the heavenly might because he wants to control the heavenly might. He cannot be afraid. Now that he is in an ethereal state, he suddenly has a kind of strange feeling. This kind of feeling is very wonderful. It is as if he can condense some kind of power. Could it be that I have comprehended it? After he opened his eyes, his body slightly trembled and a dreadful heavenly might rushed out, causing Yi Yaoshua to cry out in fear. Yi Yaoshua was originally hugging Qin Yin, but now she is so scared that she hid to the side. Success? Qin Yin is somewhat doubtful in his heart. Then he recalled the heavenly might Tao technique's short phrase. Heavenly might Tao technique's first layer comprehension. Heavenly might is vast and mighty. It can fuse the power of heavenly might into any power. It can greatly increase one's power. At the same time, it can also have a mental intimidation effect. Qin Yin is very happy in his heart. He has successfully comprehended the heavenly might Tao technique. Even though it is only first layer comprehension, it is still something to be proud of. It must be known that even Yao Fong and Xie Kuru, these formidable immortals, are helpless against the profound heavenly might Tao technique. Chapter 980. The secret of the demon beast Yaoshua's eyes are wide open as she stared at Qin Yin. She also doesn't know what Qin Yin did just now. He unexpectedly released a power as dreadful as tribulation thunder. Qin Yin is very excited. He immediately reported this news to Yao Fong. Sister Yao Fong, I have mastered heaven's might Tao technique. Even though it is only first layer comprehension, it can increase my power. How is this possible? You're not even an immortal yet you've mastered the Tao of heaven's might? This is a very profound Tao technique. Yao Fong's voice is filled with disbelief. If you don't believe me, then forget it. Wait for the opportunity. I will let you experience it. Qin Yin laughed proudly. Forget about the current you. Even in your previous life, you would not have been able to master the heavens might Tao technique so quickly. Yao Fong still did not believe it because with her understanding of heaven's might Tao technique, it was impossible for anyone to grasp it so quickly. It wasn't just the heaven's might Tao technique. Even the low-ranked Tao techniques were hard to master. Qin Yin tried releasing heavenly might earlier, but he knew that it would consume a lot of energy. He could only maintain it for tens of seconds. This was mainly because his cultivation was too low and the energy stored in his body was limited. Rumble, the tribulation lightning outside, still did not stop, continuously striking the 5 howling killers. Qin Yin chuckled and said, Senior Sister Yi, It's pretty good to watch someone go through tribulation at such a close distance, right? Yi Yaoshue came back to her senses and said, "It is indeed very good, but it is very scary." Qinyan shook his head and said with a smile, "You're already frightened? Then how is he going to pass the heavenly tribulation in the future? Half immortal seventh tribulation is the scariest." Yi Yaoshue asked, "Have you seen it?" Qinyan nodded. Lan Suyao suddenly attracted seventh tribulation. He saw it with his own eyes. Yi Yaoshue took a deep breath and said, "Half immortal tribulation is the final tribulation before ascending to immortal desolate. It is very dreadful." "Did that person cross it?" Qinyan said with smile. "Of course I did. That person is my friend. She is an ice-cold beauty." "A woman? Awesome." Yi Yaoshue's jade-like face is filled with yearning as she exclaimed in admiration. "You'll be able to get through it in the future," Qinyan said with smile. "You see, this heaven and earth devil sealing goblet is very awesome. When you cross tribulation, I can lend it to you." "All right, I will definitely come and find you when the time comes." Yi Yaoshue now knows how formidable the heaven and earth devil sealing goblet is. "Little bastard with the surname Qin, you'll die a horrible death. Before I die, I curse you to never be reincarnated," an assassin shouted. The armor on his body had long since been smashed to pieces. "My dear friend, your soul is about to fly away and scatter. You should recall some beautiful things," Qin Yun said with smile. "It would be such a pity to die with such great resentment. I'm about to die, and you're still talking about memories? Bastard." Before the assassin could finish cursing, he was struck by a bolt of purple lightning. His body cracked open, and his head was smashed. Another one died. Qin Yun shook his head and said, "These guys look so rude and unreasonable, but they are actually such trash." In this desolate land, there were 3 charred people lying on the ground. They were all members of the Emperor Killer team. The other 2 also couldn't hold on any longer. They loudly cursed Qin Yun with fear and anger as they were struck by the tribulation lightning and turned into roasted pigs. The 5 people who were going through tribulation have died. The thick clouds in the sky also gradually dispersed. Qin Yun saw that the sky has become very blue. He stored the heaven and earth devil sealing goblet and handed it over to Yao Feng to charge. The goblet still has 50% energy left. It can still resist tribulation lightning. Yi Yaoshue let out a long sigh. She is filled with endless regret. Yang Chongtian's Emperor Killer team, who caused people to tremble with fear just hearing their name, have been killed just like this. The Dao core is still here. It is just a bit damaged. Qinyan walked over and took out the Dao core. "Are those things that explode very fiercely made from Dao core?" Yi Yaoshue asked. "More or less. Don't go around talking nonsense," Qinyan said with smile. "This is taboo. No matter where you are not allowed to use other people's Dao core to attack." Yi Yaoshue's elegant brows are slightly creased. She lightly groaned and said, "When you use it, be a bit careful. Don't let other people discover it." "It's fine. It's not like I haven't been discovered before," Qinyan said with smile. "I often used it before. Many people died because of it." What a treacherous guy. Yi Yaoshue suddenly realized that she is still too young. Although she is invincible on the battle stage, when facing people with powerful equipment and many tricks, she will only be able to die under their schemes. She might not even know how she died under their schemes. Qin Yun took out 5 Martial Emperor Dao cores and said, "These Dao cores are a bit damaged, but it doesn't matter. Their might is still very strong. If some blind guy comes to provoke me, I will use these Dao cores to entertain them." Heh. Yi Yaoshue can already imagine the fate of First Pagoda and Yang Chongtian. Because First Pagoda is Yang, Chongtian swindled Qin Yun, and Qin Yun said ruthless words to make First Pagoda pay the price. "We should leave this place first," Yi Yaoshue said. Qin Yun looked all around. "That flag formation has been destroyed by tribulation lightning. There is no aura of us here. We don't need to clean up the scene." He threw the corpses of the 5 assassins into the heavenly lion-dragon suppressing cauldron and burned them. Yi Yaoshue took out the devil-chasing talisman, looked towards a direction, and said, We should continue killing ghost beast emperors. There is still some time left. Qin Yun nodded and followed behind Yi Yaoshua. There should be no one left to deal with us. Yi Yaoshua tidied up her somewhat messy hair and tied it up again. She is wearing tight white clothes. The outline of her tall and sexy body is outlined, making her look even more beautiful and moving, brimming with vitality. Qin Yun flew with her and asked, "You killed many ghost beast emperors before, right? Why did you kill ghost beast emperors?" Yi Yaoshua replied with smile, "Of course it is to complete the trial mission. First pagoda's martial emperors and martial kings frequently go out to gain experience and train. They join hands to capture ghost beast emperors." Qin Yun thought for a bit and asked again, "Is the horn of a ghost beast emperor a good thing?" "It can't be considered as a good thing. Back when I was in First Pagoda, I had a hand over the ghost beast emperors I killed to Pagoda Master. But I and many other people secretly dissected the bodies of ghost beast emperors. There was nothing good inside." Yi Yaoshua shook her head and said, "That is impossible. Ghost beast emperors are not weak. No matter how weak they are, it is impossible for there to be nothing good inside their bodies. Apart from the horn, there is nothing else valuable inside." Qin Yun said, "We caught a ghost beast emperor before. Let's kill it and take a look." "Don't try. I killed many of them before. I checked them carefully. There's nothing good inside." Yi Yaoshua shook her head and sighed. "Not to mention me. Even many Dao inscription masters of the pagoda wanted to find something good inside the body of a ghost beast emperor, but they didn't find anything." Qin Yun is even more doubtful and said, "Give me the ghost emperor pouch." Yi Yaoshua took out the ghost emperor pouch and handed it over to Qin Yun. "I will satisfy your curiosity. You kill this ghost beast emperor, we will go catch a stronger one." Qin Yun handed over the ghost emperor pouch to Yao Fong so that she can properly study it. The ghost beast emperor inside the ghost emperor pouch is alive. After Yao Fong released it from the third pearl of 9 Sun Divine Soul, she killed it in 2 or 3 strikes and began studying it. Qin Yun and Yi Yaoshua followed the devil-chasing talisman and began searching for ghost beast emperors. Not long after, Yao Fong found something and said, "Qin Yun, there's a very hard stone inside the head of the ghost beast emperor. I used a great amount of power to open it. There's a low-quality regent origin stone inside." Qin Yun, who is flying in the sky, is startled and promptly stopped. Yi Yaoshua vigilantly looked all around, took out a long saber, and said in low voice, "Is someone coming?" "Senior Sister Yi, is there a very hard stone inside the head of the ghost beast emperor?" Qin Yun asked. "Indeed, although that stone is very hard, it is not a good material. Those Dao inscription masters studied it and said that it is a stone made of impurities. It is filled with evil power. If it is broken, it is very easy to be poisoned." Yi Yaoshua said. Qin Yun brought Yi Yaoshua and landed on a plain below. Then he took out the corpse of the ghost beast emperor. Yi Yaoshua said in amazement, "When did you kill a ghost beast emperor? Don't worry about it." Qin Yun took out a stone that has been cut in 2 by Yao Fong and said, "When you dissected a ghost beast emperor, did the stone inside its head look like this?" Yi Yaoshua is again startled. She nodded and said, "You cut it? It is very hard to cut it. Moreover, it is also very difficult to smelt it." Qin Yun said with smile, "Guess what I found inside?" "What did you find? Evil poison?" Yi Yaoshua said with frown, "It's this." Qin Yun took out a low-quality regent origin stone. This low-quality regent origin stone is very small. It is very rare to see such a small regent origin stone. It looks like it has just formed. Yi Yaoshua looked at the regent origin stone, took a few deep breaths, and took it. She stuffed it into the 2 halves of the black stone and found that it fits perfectly. There is no evil poison inside the hard stone inside the head of the regent origin stone. There's a regent origin stone inside. I have been deceived. That bastard Yang Chongtian, Yi Yaoshua cursed in low voice. For so many years, so many disciples helped him capture ghost beast emperors, yet they were all given to him for free. He must have known that there are regent origin stones inside. Qin Yun said, The stronger the Ghost Beast Emperor is, the higher the quality of the Regent Origin Stone inside its head. Yi Yaoshue became even more angry. That bastard Yang Chongtian has deceived us for so long. No wonder other pagoda did not hunt Ghost Beast Emperors. Only he sent disciples to hunt them all day long. Moreover, he caused many disciples to die and cripple many disciples. Qin Yin said, Yang Chongtian and other higher-ups must have known about this matter. Moreover, they must have a secret method to extract Regent Origin Stones from stones. It doesn't matter. We should quickly go capture more Ghost Beast Emperors. Yi Yaoshue soared to the sky. Thinking about how she has been cheated by Yang Chongtian for so many years, her heart is filled with anger. I said, Ghost Beast Emperors are so strong. There must be good things inside their bodies. Qin Yin said with smile. Chapter 981. Chapter 981. Spirit Beast Tide. Qin Yin saw Yi Yaoshue's beautiful face is filled with hidden bitterness and said with smile, You also obtain many resources from First Pagoda. Be content. Yi Yaoshue furiously said, But I also contributed greatly to First Pagoda. They gave me rewards. They are what I deserve. If not for me, First Pagoda would not have been able to maintain first place for so long. It is not a problem for them to let us kill Ghost Beast Emperors, but they purposely hid the things inside the Ghost Beast Emperors. They're in the wrong. I have not obtained many Regent Origin Stones in all these years. Adding them up, I only obtained 300 low-quality Regent Origin Stones. And I have killed several hundred Ghost Beast Emperors. It seems like First Pagoda is truly evil. Qin Yin said, First Pagoda provided us with a formation to quickly release the energy inside the Regent Origin Stones. Even so, First Pagoda is still evil. Yi Yaoshue thought about it. She feels that she has suffered a great loss and became even more unhappy in her heart. Qin Yin said with smile, You pretended to be generous before and didn't want a portion of the resources. Now you have become stupid. Yi Yaoshue gnashed her jade like teeth in anger. She looked at Qin Yin with hidden bitterness and said, Don't provoke me, believe it or not. I will hit you. All right, I won't say any more. Qin Yin waved his hand and said with smile, We will now go capture even more Ghost Beast Emperors. There is not enough time. How many can we capture? Yi Yaoshue lightly sighed and said, We will return in a few days. Return for what? First Pagoda's rewards are given to them because they are happy. Zhang Yunping is dead. First Pagoda will surely reduce the rewards in the upcoming competition. Qin Yin said, That's right. Even if we capture very strong Ghost Beast Emperors, we will only get 6 high-quality Regent Origin Stones. If we stay here for a bit longer, we will get even more Regent Origin Stones. Yi Yaoshue's eyes lit up. Indeed, since Zhang Yunping is dead, the first place will be obtained by Boss Xie and the others. Qin Yin said with smile, Not just First Pagoda disciples. Yi Yaoshue nodded and said, All right, we will hunt Ghost Beast Emperors here. Qin Yin can take out Regent Origin Stones from the hardcores of Ghost Beast Emperors. So as long as there are enough Ghost Beast Emperors here, they will be able to obtain even more. Why don't we go to the Ghost Beast Remote Lake? Qin Yin said with a slightly excited smile. There must be a large number of Ghost Beasts inside. When the time comes, we can kill them all. This won't do. The Ghost Beast Emperors inside the Ghost Beast Remote Lake are too strong. If we encounter even stronger Ghost Beast Emperors, I am worried that we will die inside. We should just chase after the Ghost Beast Emperors. Don't take risks. Yi Yaoshue said with urgency. Qin Yin curled his lips and said, If we don't take risks, how can we quickly obtain Regent Origin Stones? Yi Yaoshue shook her head and said, You don't know how dreadful the Ghost Beast Emperors inside the Ghost Beast Remote Lake are. Even half immortals don't dare to come close. Qin Yin took out the Heaven and Earth Devil Sealing Goblet and said with proud smile, I have this thing. Nothing will happen to me. This is an immortal artifact that specializes in restraining evil spirits. Yi Yaoshue looked at the Heaven and Earth Devil Sealing Goblet. Her long and shapely eyebrows creased as she said, "This kind of powerful immortal tool needs to be recharged. You used it to resist half-immortal tribulation. It must have consumed a lot of energy, right?" "It was filled by me," Qin Yun said with smile. "This kind of problem is not difficult for me." "All right, then let's go to the Ghost Beast Remote Lake." Yaoshua hesitated for a bit and then agreed. "Do you know where the Ghost Beast Remote Lake is?" Qin Yun asked. "Of course I do. I also want to go there back then." So I obtained a map of it. Yaoshua took out a bee's skin, then stopped and floated in the sky with Qin Yun to check the map. After they confirmed the direction, they set off. 10 million Ghost Beast Remote Lake. Yang Chongtian and Zhang Rong are inside a secret room in First Pagoda. Their expression is filled with grief. The Emperor Killer Squad that Yang Chongtian dispatched was made up of his 5 sons, but now they are all dead. Zhang Rong's grandson, Zhang Yunping, also died along with a few peak martial emperor bodyguards. My Emperor Killer Squad can kill half-immortals. Moreover, they are all equipped with the best equipment. Even if they encountered second or third tribulation half-immortals, they would not be killed so easily. If they encountered fourth or fifth tribulation half-immortals, it would be impossible for all 5 of them to be killed. 1 or 2 would be able to escape. Yang Chongtian said in grief and indignation. Could it be that a 6th tribulation half-immortal took action? Zhang Rong's expression became gloomy. He gnashed his teeth and said, "Yunping is dead. The heaven and earth devil-sealing goblet I gave him has also disappeared. Who did this?" Yang Chongtian thought for a bit and said, "Could it be old Fei Tian and City Master Moro? Those 2 have a good relationship with that brat surnamed Qin." Zhang Rong shook his head and said, "It is not them. I was with them 2 days ago." Yang Chongtian paced back and forth a few steps and said, "Could it be that something happened in the Ghost Beast region? Even communication magic tools are not able to send messages." Zhang Rong's expression slightly changed. His eyes moved left and right. Apparently he thought of something. He looked at Yang Chongtian and said in low voice, "The Ghost Beast Remote Lake is inside. Because the space there is unstable, a space crack appeared and a large number of ghost beasts came out of the lake. If there is a powerful energy explosion inside, it can cause the space crack to become bigger and even cause space fluctuation, making it impossible to send messages out." Yang Chongtian inhaled a mouthful of cold air. Could it be that something very powerful came out of the Ghost Beast Remote Lake? "Very likely," Zhang Rong said. "We should quickly gather all the half-immortals of each pagoda and send people to investigate. Before we understand the situation inside, we should not go in." Yang Chongtian said with sneer, "Zhang Rong, your heaven and earth devil-sealing goblet is inside. If a half-immortal picks it up, won't you feel distressed? It would be best if they pick it up. So long as they use it, I will be able to sense it immediately. It has been with me for many years. Even a 6th tribulation half-immortal would need 100 years to erase my mental imprint." Zhang Rong said in sinister voice, "If they pick up my heaven and earth devil sealing goblet and don't return it to me, they will be dead for sure. Let's go gather all the half-immortals." Yang Chongtian said. He has many sons. Even though a few of them died, he only felt distress for a while because he still has a few stronger sons. All of them are half-immortals. Qin Yun and Yi Yaoshue are currently flying towards the Ghost Beast Remote Lake. They don't know that the Ghost Beast Remote Lake is connected to another space. They flew for 2 days and finally saw the huge lake in the distance. It is currently noon. The water of the Ghost Beast Remote Lake is dark green. It looks very strange. The lake's surface is very calm. No matter how you look, it doesn't look like there's a ghost beast emperor here. The devil-chasing talisman in Yi Yaoshue's hand is slightly trembling and releasing intense light rays. Evil and devil aura is very dense. Yi Yaoshue yelled in alarm. Qin Yun also took out the heaven and earth devil sealing goblet and poured in overwhelming righteous power, causing the goblet to flicker with white light. "Ghost Beast Emperor, quickly come out." Qin Yun is somewhat impatient and excitedly yelled. The two of them are floating in the sky, looking at the calm lake surface, waiting for the ghost beast emperor to come out. Even though Qin Yun has the heaven and earth devil sealing goblet, he can't help but feel very nervous. His heart is beating very fast. Yi Yaoshue is even more so. She is tightly holding her saber hilt with both hands. Her nerves are stretched taut as she looked at the lake surface. It must be known that the two of them are now above the lair of the ghost beast emperor. After a while, the ghost beast remote lake is still as calm as before. This lake is very big. If one stands on the shore, they would think that they're standing on the sea. They can't see the end. Such a huge lake is so calm. There's not even a bit of wind or wave. This is even more strange. And Qin Yun and Yi Yaoshue are waiting for a super huge beast to jump out of the lake. It is daytime, so the ghost beast won't come out? Qin Yun asked in low voice. No, sometimes there are ghost beasts in daytime. Yi Yaoshue shook her head and said, This is the ghost beast remote lake. There should be ghost beasts roaming around. Forget about ghost beast emperor. They haven't even seen any ordinary ghost beasts. Qin Yun said, Why don't I create an even bigger commotion? Yi Yaoshue thought about it, then nodded and said, All right. She thought that Qin Yun would use a Dao core. She did not expect that she would suddenly sense a very strong vibration power. Qin Yun unleashed Earthquake Divine Ability. The Earthquake Divine Ability power burst out of his body, issued a deep and muffled whistling sound, and in a very short period of time, it was released. As soon as the Earthquake Divine Ability was released, the mountains shook and the earth quaked. The calm lake surface has become very turbulent. It is undulating up and down. Crash, crash. Wave after wave of monstrous waves overflowed to the sky and battered the shore. Qin Yun is still unceasingly releasing Earthquake Divine Ability. The rocks, earth, and mountains on the lakeside have all been shaken to the point of collapsing and then being battered by the monstrous waves. Yi Yaoshue and Qin Yun are floating in the sky. They are not affected by the shaking, but they can see that the earth is unceasingly shaking. Mountains are collapsing and the earth is splitting. Countless mountains are collapsing. They're letting out rolling sound and dust is flying up. It is a very spectacular scene. The vast ghost beast remote lake looks like it is boiling. It is giving rise to monstrous waves and bubbles. Yi Yaoshue is also very amazed by Qin Yun's power. She also sensed the aura of divine ability power. The ghost beasts haven't appeared yet. Qin Yun frowned and felt depressed. Isn't the commotion big enough? He took out the Lion King cannon. It seems like I can only use the peak stage Martial Emperor Dao core I've just obtained. Qin Yun helplessly said. Yi Yaoshue also knows that the Dao core released by the Lion King cannon is very strong. She promptly pulled Qin Yun away from the ghost beast remote lake. That's enough, Yi Yaoshue said. Qin Yun raised the Lion King cannon and pointed it at the ghost beast remote lake several thousand meters ahead. The Lion King cannon slightly trembled, and a few peak Martial Emperor Dao cores flew out one after another. In the blink of an eye, they arrived at the center of the ghost beast remote lake. Qin Yun and Yi Yaoshue can no longer see those few artillery shells. Boom, boom, boom. The few Dao cores fell into the lake and exploded, causing a large splash and a loud noise. Not long after, huge waves rushed over and submerged a large part of the revetment. At the same time, Qin Yun and Yi Yaoshue also sensed a dense evil devil aura rushing out. Suddenly, black gas soared to the sky from the center of the ghost beast remote lake. Many huge black shadows flew out. Ghost beast emperors have appeared. Moreover, they are of all kinds. Apart from them, there are countless big and small ghost beasts running out from the lake. Chapter 982. Chapter 982 Devil chasing Qin Yun's face is filled with smile, but Yi Yaoshue's expression is grave. She is even somewhat afraid. Because the incomparably vast ghost beast remote lake is now filled with densely packed ghost beasts. A great number of ghost beasts are densely packed inside the lake. It is as if they are frantically flying out of a huge ant nest. What was special was that there were many ghostly beasts that could fly. They were like fountains, constantly shooting into the sky. We should quickly leave. Yi Yaoshue is startled. She promptly pulled Qin Yun and began fleeing. Why? Didn't we agree to capture ghost beast emperors? Qin Yun yelled. Why don't you take a look? There are so many formidable ghost beasts over there. It will be very dangerous for us to go over. Yi Yaoshue's beautiful jade-like face is filled with solemnity and fear. Ling Yuner said, Xiao Yun, there should be a space channel under the ghost beast remote lake. Originally, it was very small, but now it has been pierced through. Otherwise, there would not be so many ghost beasts coming out. Qin Yun looked behind and saw many large ghost beasts. They are all ghost beast emperors. Many ghost beasts are roaring unceasingly. It is very scary. Although it is broad daylight now, the black gas coming out of the ghost beast remote lake has covered the entire sky, causing it to become dusky. Senior sister, we are here to capture ghost beast emperors. Don't run. We should quickly lock down those formidable ghost beast emperors. Qin Yun said. Qin Yun feels that opening the space channel is not a bad thing, because it will allow a great number of ghost beast emperors to come out, and he will be able to obtain many region origin stones. I know, but we need to stay far away from the center of the ghost beast remote lake. Then we need to find individual ghost beast emperors. I guess there is some kind of space channel under the ghost beast remote lake, and it was opened by you just now. If a very strong thing comes out, and we are too close, it will be very dangerous. Yi Yaoshue said. Qin Yun nodded. He knows that Yi Yaoshue is doing this to ensure their safety. Half an hour later, Yi Yaoshue and Qin Yun left the ghost beast remote lake. But they can still see ghost beasts everywhere. These ghost beasts don't have horns on their heads. It means they are not ghost beast emperors. Qin Yun and Yi Yaoshue don't feel like dealing with these ghost beasts. Xiao Yun, there are ordinary ghost beasts everywhere, and the demon-chasing talisman has also been disturbed. What should we do? Yi Yaoshue took out a devil-chasing talisman. Wherever she turned, the devil-chasing talisman would flash because there are ghost beasts all around. Let's find a safe place. I will refine it again. Qin Yun said with a smile. When the time comes, we can capture any kind of ghost beast emperor. All right, there's a mountain over there. Yi Yaoshue immediately brought along Qin Yun and flew towards that mountain. All sorts of strange-looking ghost beasts, after running out, only destroyed the trees and did not drill into the mountains. Although there are many ghost beast emperors, it seems like they are not far from Ghost Beast Remote Lake. Yi Yaoshue is flying in the sky, but she does not see any shadow of ghost beast emperors. There are only groups of grotesque ghost beasts on the ground. Were those ghost beasts originally in another space? Is there a ghost beast desolate domain below? Qin Yun curiously said, if a ghost beast runs over as a ghost beast emperor, it will immediately occupy the territory and send out small ghost beasts to scout the surroundings. Indeed, formidable ghost beast emperors must be nesting in the vicinity of Ghost Beast Remote Lake. It would be best if we don't get close before figuring out the situation. Yaoshue said, although ghost beast emperors are formidable, they will still be killed by 100 Pagoda Sect's formidable half-immortals. Qin Yun used mysterious penetration divine ability to bring along Yi Yaoshue and entered that perfectly straight stone mountain. Can you craft devil-chasing talisman quickly? Yi Yaoshue asked. We should quickly kill those ghost beast emperors one by one. It won't be long before 100 Pagoda Sect's half-immortals come to scout the situation. I will be able to craft them very quickly, Qin Yun said, then took out some materials and began forging. He is not crafting talismans. Rather, he is forging a compass. He has a dragon searching plate in his hand. It is an immortal tool that can find dragons. Now he is forging a devil-chasing plate by imitating that dragon searching plate. It only took him less than half a day to finish crafting it. Moreover, he can adjust the needle to find different rank ghost beast emperors. This is what I calculated based on the difference in energy between ghost beast emperors and region origin stones. Ghost beast emperors should have several ranks. I can't guarantee accuracy, but I can guarantee that I can find ghost beast emperors. Qin Yun handed over the compass to Yi Yaoshue and said with smile, quickly give it a try. Yi Yaoshue feels that this kind of thing is very good. If she had this kind of magic tool before, she would not have to painstakingly look for ghost beast emperors everywhere. We will first look for mid-quality region origin stone ghost beast emperors. Let's call them mid-quality ghost beast emperors. Yi Yaoshue moved the needle to mid-quality and poured in energy. The devil-chasing plate began flickering with multicolored light. The needle began rotating and finally pointed towards a certain direction. Let's go take a look, Yi Yaoshue said with some expectation. Qin Yun brought along Yi Yaoshue and left the stone room inside the mountain and began moving towards the direction of the ghost beast emperors. Back at the ghost beast remote lake, because a large group of ghost beast emperors flew out, Yi Yaoshue did not dare to go and hunt them to avoid being besieged by them. Some ghost beast emperors are very strong, especially those that just came out from another space. They must be overlord-level ghost beast emperors. Now, searching one by one is the safest method. Not long after, Yi Yaoshue and Qin Yun saw a huge ghost beast that looks like a cow. This cow's body is dark purple. It is several tens of meters long. It looks like a small hill. The horn on its head is very long, nearly 10 meters long. Could it be that the stronger the ghost beast emperor, the bigger its body? Qin Yun looked at the ghost beast emperor from far away and muttered. Then he took out the heaven and earth devil sealing goblet. Not necessarily. I killed a very small ghost beast emperor before. It was very strong, and it was the strongest one I have met. If we meet a small ghost beast emperor, then we will have to be careful. Yi Yaoshue said, not necessarily. I killed a small ghost beast emperor before. It is very strong. That's right. If the body size is reduced, then it will gradually evolve into human form. Without a powerful body size, the energy consumption won't be that great. Qin Yun said with smile, we should carefully go over and then cover the heaven and earth devil sealing goblet. It doesn't matter if we fail. I can defeat this kind of ghost beast emperor. Yi Yaoshue is holding her saber with one hand. Her expression is very relaxed. Qin Yun used transparent power to make himself transparent and then carefully flew over. Under his control, the heaven and earth devil sealing goblet suddenly became very big and then fiercely covered the goblet. The ghost beast emperor also discovered this and let out a roar. It was covered by the heaven and earth devil sealing goblet, but it continued to attack the goblet. Qin Yun is standing on top of the heaven and earth devil sealing goblet, controlling the goblet to release its power to attack. Under Qin Yun's control, powerful white lightning appeared on the heaven and earth devil sealing goblet. It is also filled with overwhelming righteous power. Not long after, the ghost beast emperor is lying on the ground, howling in anguish and unable to budge. Qin Yun moved away the heaven and earth devil sealing goblet and placed the ghost beast emperor inside the nine-sun divine soul's third pearl. Let's go find the next one. Yi Yaoshue let out a sigh of relief, seeing that Qin Yun is able to deal with the ghost beast emperor. She said, this time, we will find a more powerful one, a high-quality ghost beast emperor. Qin Yun made the heaven and earth devil sealing goblet become smaller and said with smile, all right, I hope this time it will be as smooth as before. This thing is very good to deal with the heaven and earth devil sealing goblet. After Yi Yaoshue determined the direction, she flew over and said, heaven and earth devil sealing goblet is indeed very good to deal with ghost beast emperors. That Zhang Rong will surely die of heartache. This is a very good immortal tool. Not long after, Yao Fong opened up the ghost beast emperor's head and took out a black stone. After breaking it open, she obtained a regent origin stone. Mid-quality regent origin stone. It is very big, Yao Fong said. While flying, Qin Yun took out the regent origin stone and handed it over to Yi Yaoshue. Seeing this regent origin stone, Yi Yaoshue felt even more heartache and anger. She cursed in low voice. I killed at least 20 ghost beast emperors of this level before. 20 mid-quality regent origin stones. That wretched young Chongtian. Qin Yun said with smile. Wait until we return. Don't be in a rush to expose Yang Chongtian. Instead, buy a large amount of ghost beast emperor corpses. Yi Yaoshue said with smile. People who don't know the inside story will surely sell the corpses at a low price. At that time, we will be able to buy a large amount of ghost beast emperor corpses at a low price. Let's go. We will continue killing ghost beast emperors. Qin Yun's mood became very good thinking about the large amount of Regent Origin Stones. Originally, he thought that Regent Origin Stones could only be produced from Regent Stone mothers. Then he found Regent Melons and now Ghost Beast Emperor skulls. After flying for a while, Yi Yaoshue took out the devil chasing plate and looked at it. Then she continued flying. She suddenly said, Xiao Yun, what if Yang Chongtian's group also buys Ghost Beast Emperors? What should we do? With First Pagoda's financial power, we can't compete with them. We will think about it when the time comes. At worst, we will tell everyone that there are Regent Origin Stones in the skulls of Ghost Beast Emperors. Qin Yun said. Yang Chongtian and Zhang Rong very quickly found out about the Ghost Beast Remote Lake. A large amount of Ghost Beast Emperors. Moreover, many of them are very powerful. Yang Chongtian is somewhat excited. That is a large amount of Regent Origin Stones. Now, only the two of us know that there are Regent Origin Stones in the skulls of Ghost Beast Emperors. At that time, we will be able to buy Ghost Beast Emperor corpses at a very low price. Zhang Rong is also very excited, but thinking about how he lost Heaven and Earth Devil Sealing Goblet and his grandson died, he can't feel happy at all. Yang Chongtian, it will take a lot of effort to open the essence stones of Ghost Beast Emperors. I can only open 5 in a month. Zhang Rong said. How about we tell the other elders about the secret method to open Ghost Beast Emperor essence stones and let them join us? Yang Chongtian hastily said. Are you crazy? If we don't teach them the secret method, they will secretly buy Ghost Beast Emperor corpses. We can't tell them. Do as you wish. You will have to spend a great amount of purple crystal coins to buy them anyways. If you hoard a great amount of Ghost Beast Emperor essence stones and can't open them quickly, I want to see what you can do. Zhang Rong coldly groaned and said. Chapter 983. Ghost Beast Essence Stone. Zhang Rong looked at Yang Chongtian's excited expression and felt very unhappy. He said in cold voice, You are already 6 tribulation half immortal. What use do you have for Regent Origin Stones? Of course they are useful. They can be exchanged for other resources. Yang Chongtian proudly smiled and said, You don't know. Martial Kings and Martial Emperors are very lacking in Regent Origin Stones. As long as I have a large amount of Regent Origin Stones, I can squeeze them dry and exchange them for even more resources. Your Emperor Killer team is finished. Don't tell me you are not feeling bad? Zhang Rong groaned. So long as I have enough Regent Origin Stones, I will be able to raise even stronger Emperor Killer team very quickly. Yang Chongtian said with smile and stroked his beard. He suddenly feels very happy in his heart because Zhang Rong lost his beloved grandson and also his very formidable Heaven and Earth Devil Sealing Goblet. It must be known that Yang Chongtian has always been afraid of Zhang Rong because of the Heaven and Earth Devil Sealing Goblet. Now that Zhang Rong has lost the Heaven and Earth Devil Sealing Goblet, he will be completely suppressed by Yang Chongtian. In other words, Yang Chongtian is now the strongest in First Pagoda. Because of this, Zhang Rong is very unhappy. If he doesn't leave First Pagoda, he will be suppressed by Yang Chongtian in the future. I will immediately arrange disciples to go hunt Ghost Beast Emperors. Yang Chongtian laughed loudly and left. Zhang Rong gnashed his teeth and looked at Yang Chongtian. He really wants to kill Yang Chongtian. The matter of a large number of ghost beasts coming out of Ghost Beast Remote Lake very quickly spread to all the cities near 100 Pagoda Sect. This kind of matter is very difficult to conceal. So many people immediately rushed to Ghost Beast Remote Lake to hunt ghost beasts. Ghost Beast soul essence can be exchanged for a lot of purple crystal coins. Experts from cities near Hundred Pagoda sect formed teams to go to Ghost Beast Remote Lake. Originally, there were many Hundred Pagoda sect disciples inside. Now, they hastily returned. First Pagoda's competition time is up very quickly. Within 10 days, many disciples managed to capture Ghost Beast Emperors. Murong Tianjia and Xia Wufeng's team managed to capture 3 Ghost Beast Emperors. They are all alive, and they are very strong. Many pagoda masters have arrived at the plaza in front of the First Pagoda's entrance. They have all heard about what happened at the Ghost Beast Remote Lake. Therefore, when the time came, they all hastily rushed over to see whether their disciples were injured or not. I saw Precious Dragon Pagoda's master on the way. His expression is very unsightly. I heard that 2 of their disciples were killed. Really? Those 2 were pretty strong martial emperors, but they died just like that. What a pity. Hee, you guys don't know, but I heard that Zhang Yunping also died, and he brought the Heaven and Earth Devil Sealing Goblet with him. Now that the Heaven and Earth Devil Sealing Goblet has been lost, that guy Zhang Rong won't be able to laugh anymore. Is this news true? It's absolutely true. It came from the First Pagoda. The Pagoda Masters were incomparably shocked. In just a short time, everyone in front of the First Pagoda's gate knew that Zhang Yunping had died and lost the Heaven and Earth Devil Sealing Goblet. Big brother, is the situation at the Ghost Beast Remote Lake the same as the rumors say? Murong Yue walked over to Murong Tianjia. She is wearing red tight, fitting clothes. Her hair is tied up in braids. She looks like she is preparing for battle. Indeed, the situation inside is very dangerous. Without enough strength, it is best not to go in. Murong Tianjia looked all around and said in low voice, "How come junior brother Qin and senior sister Yi still haven't returned?" Murong Yue somewhat anxiously said, "Will they be all right?" Xia Wufeng faintly smiled. "No need to worry about them. Anyone can die inside. It is impossible for only the 2 of them to die." He is very clear about Qin Yun and Yi Yaoshue's strength. An old man from First Pagoda came out. He yelled, "Time is up. Disciples who have not returned, no matter how strong the Ghost Beast Emperor is, they will not be able to obtain the reward. Now we will begin the selection of the top 3. Only 10 disciples who participated in the competition have not returned. Everyone saw that Qin Yun and Yi Yaoshua are not here. Granny Star is also not here, causing many disciples to start making wild guesses. Many people believe that Qin Yun and Yi Yaoshua died inside. Such a thing happened in the Ghost Beast Remote Lake. The Ghost Beast Emperor that came out is very strong. Even Zhang Yunping, who has the Heaven and Earth Devil Sealing Goblet, was killed. Qin Xiao Yun and Yi Yaoshua's strength is also very good. Especially that Qin Xiao Yun. He is a venerable master. He must have a lot of equipment. Could it be that they are finished just like that? Granny Star is not here. They are most likely finished. A3. What a pity, especially that Yi Yaoshua, such a beautiful woman, she died just like that. Many people are certain that Qin Yun, Yi Yaoshua, and Zhang Rong have been killed by Ghost Beast Emperors. Even Zhang Rong and Yang Chongtian also think so. Because the powerful assassins they sent and have died one after another, it is enough to prove that there are formidable Ghost Beast Emperors inside. Xia Wufeng and Murong Tianjia obtained the largest Ghost Beast Emperor's horn. They obtained first place and obtained 6 high-quality Regent Origin Stones. Junior brothers, are you selling the Ghost Beast Emperors you caught? You caught 3. Sell them to us for 30 million. How about it? That old man said to Xia Wufeng with a smile. Not selling, Xia Wufeng said. Then 60 million. That old man increased the price again. Not selling. Xia Wufeng suddenly feels that something is strange. Because Ghost Beast Emperors have no value. Moreover, there are many of them roaming around now. Yet that old man is buying them at such a high price. There is definitely something fishy going on. The reason why Xia Wufeng is not selling is because he wants to give them a Qin Yun, because he knows that Qin Yun needs them for tool refining. 100 million! That old man gritted his teeth and said again, not selling. Xia Wufeng is even more certain that there is some secret behind this. Murong Tianjia also feels that there is something fishy. He has the same thought as Xiao Wufeng. He is also not selling. 300 million. This is a very good price. That old man said in low voice. We are tired. We want to go back and rest. Murong Tianjia glanced at Xiao Wufeng and said, Let's go. That old man cursed in his heart, then went to ask other people to continue buying ghost beast emperors at low price. This is also the mission Yang Chongtian gave him. There are many pagoda masters present here. They saw First Pagoda buying ghost beast emperors and thought that they could make a small profit. But after thinking about it, ghost beast emperors are everywhere, and First Pagoda is buying ghost beast emperors. There is definitely something fishy going on. They all told their disciples not to sell hastily. Wait until they are clear about the situation. That old man very gloomily returned to First Pagoda. He did not buy many ghost beast emperors, but he still has to report to Yang Chongtian. Idiot! Yang Chongtian slapped the old man after learning about the whole process. I told you to buy them in low profile and keep the process secret. You actually bought them in front of so many people and even offered such a high price. People will surely become suspicious. Yang Chongtian exploded in anger and said, You better think of a good excuse. Don't let their imaginations run wild. That old man doesn't know why he wants to buy ghost beast emperors. He also thought that is not something important, so he acted very casually. He did not expect that it would make Yang Chongtian so angry. Xiao Wufeng and Murong Tianjia returned to Divine Sword Pagoda with suspicion. On the way, Murong Yue asked in low voice, Why are you not willing to sell those ghost beast emperors? I heard that only a ghost beast emperor's horn is valuable. That is worth 300 million purple crystal coins. It is not a small amount. Xiao Wei, this matter is very strange. There are many ghost beast emperors now, but First Pagoda is buying them at such a high price. There is definitely a problem. Let's go. We will go to Murong Manor and ask grandfather. Murong Tianjia said, Junior brother Xia, are you coming? Xiao Wufeng nodded. I am going. If old brother Yin was here, it would be good. Maybe you would know the reason. Several hours later, Murong Tianjia and others arrived at a small courtyard inside Murong Manor. City Master Murong is wearing simple white clothes. He is playing chess with old Fakian. After Murong Tianjia and others arrived, they are still wholeheartedly playing chess. They're not affected at all. Grandfather, Senior Tian, Murong Tianjia and others respectfully greeted them. What is the situation at Ghost Beast Remote Lake? City Master Murong asked. Murong Tianjia and Xiao Wufeng narrated the situation at Ghost Beast Remote Lake. Then they also talked about First Pagoda's purchase of Ghost Beast Emperors. Old Fakian and City Master Murong stopped playing after hearing about this matter. They are looking at each other with doubtful expression. There's a black stone inside the head of Ghost Beast Emperor. It is very hard. I am unable to open it. Old Fei Tian said, I tried, but because I used a lot of power, it caused the stone to explode and create a very intense explosion. City Master Murong left the stone chair and walked back and forth with his hands clasped behind his back. Yang Chongtian must know what is inside the head of Ghost Beast. Maybe it is very valuable. For many years, First Pagoda has sent disciples to capture Ghost Beast Emperors. There must be some secret behind this. Old Fei Tian's eyes lit up. He said with a smile, Then we should also start purchasing Ghost Beast Emperor Essence Stones. No matter what is inside, we can't let Yang Chongtian take advantage of us. All right, City Master Murong laughed. I will immediately instruct people to do it. I will also go back and make arrangements. Old Fei Tian said with a smile. Qin Yun and Yi Yaoxue are still circling around Ghost Beast Remote Lake. They're not willing to go back because there are many Ghost Beast Emperors here. It means that there are many Regent Origin Stones. Qin Yun can barely suppress high-quality Ghost Beast Emperors with Heaven and Earth Devil Sealing Goblet, but it is not possible to deal with top-quality Ghost Beast Emperors. Luckily, Yi Yaoxue is very strong. She can injure top-quality Ghost Beast Emperors. Then, Qin Yun can use Heaven and Earth Devil Sealing Goblet to capture them. Next is to deal with king-quality Ghost Beast Emperors. They might be very difficult to deal with. If we can't defeat them, we will just run. Yi Yaoshua said. All right. Qinya nodded. They're now trying to determine whether the devil chasing plate is accurate or not, as well as how strong ghost beast emperors are. Those who are well informed have already formed groups and enter the mountain range. Chapter 984. The lion tripod shows its might. She adjusted the devil-chasing plate's sensitivity to the highest. It means that it can sense the strongest ghost beast emperors. After making the adjustments, she injected energy into the demon-chasing disc. The demon-chasing plate immediately flickered with a very strong light and emitted an intense vibration. What happened to the devil-chasing plate? Yi Yaoshue cried out in alarm and then looked at Qinyan. I sensed a very strong ghost beast emperor. Don't worry. Qinyan went over to take a look and saw that the pointer can move. It is already pointed in the direction of the ghost beast emperor. Strongest ghost beast emperor is indeed very strong. Yi Yaoshue's expression is filled with hesitation as she looked at the direction of the needle. The ghost beast emperors detected by the devil chasing plate are the ones closest to them. This meant that the king-quality ghost beast emperor was not far from them. Yi Yaoshue said in low voice. Are we really going? Qinyan said with smile. Of course I will go. That is a king-grade ghost beast emperor. Maybe we can get a king-grade region origin stone. If I can really get it, it's worth the risk. Seeing that Qinyan was not afraid at all, she could only agree to go and take a look. Let's go. Yi Yaoshue lightly yelled and flew at the front. Qinyan also took out the heaven and earth devil sealing goblet and entered a vigilant state. He gathered his energy and was ready to attack at any time. The two of them flew for several hours and finally got close to that very powerful king-quality ghost beast emperor. At this time, the sky was dark. At night, the power of the ghost beast would be even stronger. It should be nearby. It seems like it is a very small ghost beast emperor. Yi Yaoshue looked all around. After ghost beast emperors grow to a certain stage, they will start evolving into human form. They will gradually become smaller. This guy's intelligence is also very high. We have to be careful. She had just finished speaking when she felt a murderous aura full of evil. Be careful. Yi Yaoshue's figure suddenly flickered and arrived behind Qinyan. She brandished her saber and released an intense red light. Qinyan felt a chill run down his spine. He had also sensed it earlier, but his reaction was still much slower. After Yi Yaoshue hacked with her saber, red saber energy swept out like a gale and enveloped a black shadow. Roar! The black shadow let out a deep roar, and the black gas exploded. At the same time, it shook off the red light and shot out a large number of black spikes. These sharp thorns are like long black fingers. They are filled with sharp nails and densely packed as they shot towards Qinyan and Yi Yaoshue. Protect yourself. Yi Yaoshue's voice is deep and cold. She hacked several times towards the sky. Her energy transformed into a large red light that looks like a surging red cloud and completely blocked those sharp thorns. Qinyan also took out the heaven and earth devil sealing goblet to protect himself. At this moment, the black gas suddenly appeared behind Qinyan and shot out a blackish-purple energy at Qinyan. Boom! The black-purple energy exploded on the heaven and earth devil sealing goblet, emitting a heaven-shaking bell sound. Although Qinyan was safe and sound inside, he could feel how terrifying the power was. Senior sister, you must be careful, Qinyan yelled. Yi Yaoshue's speed and power are also very strong. She doesn't need to worry about Qinyan anymore. She can fight with ease. She rushed towards the black gas in a short while. Her saber rapidly hacked and stabbed, releasing red, lightning-like energy. The pitch-black night sky is continuously flickering with red light, making it look devilish and gorgeous. Qinyan can clearly see the black gas. There is actually a black humanoid monster inside. It is more than 2 meters tall. Its body is very tall and sturdy. Its whole body is filled with robust and vigorous muscles, filled with explosive power. This is a king-quality ghost beast emperor. Just as Yaoshua said before, the strongest ghost beast emperor is not only not big, it is actually very strong. It is continuously evolving into human form. Xiao Yun, this thing is very difficult to deal with, because its speed is very fast, and it is very sensitive to all kinds of energy. Its reaction is also very fast. Heaven and Earth Devil Sealing Goblet is unable to trap it. Ling Yuner said. Indeed. Qin Yun firmly clenched his fists. He is somewhat worried about Yi Yaoshue. He doubtfully said, "Why did that thing attack me from the start?" The Ghost Beast Emperor attacked Qin Yun twice before. Both of them were aimed at him. That thing is very smart. It sensed that you're not as strong as Yi Yaoshue. It knows that you will become Yi Yaoshue's burden, so it attacked you first. Moreover, it also doesn't want to fight with Yi Yaoshue. It only wants to kill you and run away. Ling Yuner said, "I hope that devil woman, you won't be injured." Qin Yun is watching the fight inside the Heaven and Earth Devil Sealing Goblet. He can't help but feel somewhat anxious. He can't help at all. Luckily, Yi Yaoshue's speed is very fast. Otherwise, she would have been suppressed. What you need to do now is to think of a way to disturb that thing. Ling Yuner said. Qin Yun also wants to do so, but the Ghost Beast Emperor is too sensitive. He can't do anything about it. Moreover, Yi Yaoshue is being harassed by the Ghost Beast Emperor. If he uses Lion King Cannon, Yi Yaoshue will surely be injured. Later, I will just kill top-quality Ghost Beast Emperors. This kind of king-quality Ghost Beast Emperor is not easy to deal with. Qin Yun said in his heart, Xiao Yun, summon the Nether Realm Heavenly Lions. Let's see how many Nether Realm Heavenly Lions you can summon. Ling Yuner said. Qin Yun closed his eyes and unleashed Heavenly Lion summoning technique. Not long after, 5 Nether Realm Heavenly Lions appeared. 5. Qin Yun looked at the Nether Realm Heavenly Lions on the ground and said, although Heavenly Lions are not weak, they are not enough to deal with the Ghost Beast Emperor. Moreover, their speed is not fast enough. Ling Yuner said, Nether Realm Heavenly Lions are here to protect you. What you need to do is take out the Heavenly Lion Dragon Suppressing Cauldron and place it on the ground. Then I will use Nether Sun to release suction power and see whether or not I can suck that thing into the cauldron. All right, what about the Heaven and Earth Devil Sealing Goblet? Qin Yun said, you can't use it, so I asked you to summon the Nether Realm Heavenly Lions to protect you. Nether Realm Heavenly Lions won't die. At most, they will be injured. You won't be able to summon them again in a short period of time. After Qin Yun took out the Heaven and Earth Devil Sealing Goblet, he took out the Heavenly Lion Dragon Suppressing Cauldron and placed it on the ground. Then he made the Heavenly Lion Dragon Suppressing Cauldron more than 10 meters tall. He placed both of his hands on the Heavenly Lion Dragon Suppressing Cauldron, and Ling Yuner began releasing suction power. Qin Yun sent sound transmission to Yi Yaoshue, senior sister. Think of a way to bring that thing over. Yi Yaoshue saw that Qin Yun is not inside the Heaven and Earth Devil Sealing Goblet and immediately broke out in cold sweat. She was almost hit by the Ghost Beast Emperor. What are you doing? Yi Yaoshue asked in fear. Just bring that thing over. I'll be fine. Qin Yun said with voice transmission. Yi Yaoshue lightly shouted. Her saber flickered and transformed into a huge red saber that swept towards the Ghost Beast Emperor and swept it to the side. The Ghost Beast Emperor also saw that Qin Yun is not inside the Heaven and Earth Devil Sealing Goblet and immediately rushed over and shot out a large number of black thorns. Roar, roar, roar. 5 Nether Realm Heavenly Lions let out roar at the same time. This is the formidable Heavenly Lion martial art. Heavenly Lion's Heavenly Roar. The vibrating sound wave scattered all the thorns. Yi Yaoshue is very worried and scared in her heart. She used her fastest speed to fly over. She is very clear about the speed and power of the Ghost Beast Emperor. Without the protection of the Heaven and Earth Devil Sealing Goblet, it will be very difficult for Qin Yun to resist. Hoochie! Yi Yaoshue waved her saber and poured formidable red heavenly rune power into it. The saber flickered with a large red gale and swept horizontally. It looks like a large fan flickering with red light and slapped on the Ghost Beast Emperor's body. After being hit, the ghost beast emperor let out a sharp and angry roar that can cause people's hair to stand. Senior sister, hit that thing over to me, Qinyan said again. Beast, get over to me. Yi Yaoshua yelled at the ghost beast emperor and swept with her saber. Hoo, gale burst out of the heaven and earth. The trees and rocks in the vicinity were blown into a mess. Boom! The red saber wind that seems to be enveloping the heaven and earth brought along swift and fierce whistling sound and lightning, and once again swept on the ghost beast emperor's body. After the ghost beast emperor was sent flying towards Qinyan, it stabilized its body and immediately rushed towards Qinyan. Yi Yaoshue saw the ghost beast emperor rushing towards Qinyan. She can't help but feel alarmed and anxious in her heart. She also hastily flew towards Qinyan. Come in. Qinyan promptly activated the heavenly lion dragon suppressing cauldron. Yi Yaoshue saw that there is a black whirlpool at the center of the heavenly lion dragon suppressing cauldron that is producing a very strong suction force. She hastily moved away from the cauldron. After the ghost beast emperor rushed towards Qinyan, it passed through the heavenly lion dragon suppressing cauldron and was pulled into the cauldron by a very strong suction force. The heavenly lion dragon suppressing cauldron trembled unceasingly, but very soon it calmed down. Success. It was truly not easy. Qinyan let out a long sigh and said with smile. He took out the lid and then shrunk the heavenly lion dragon suppressing cauldron. Yi Yaoshue arrived behind Qinyan and let out a long sigh. Then she poked Qinyan's waist with the hilt of her saber. Her beautiful eyes are filled with hidden bitterness as she said in slight anger. You are truly reckless. I was almost scared to death by you. How could something happen to me? Qinyan said with grin. Even though we were not prepared properly this time, we did not capsize and still managed to capture that thing. That ghost beast emperor is so strong. How are you going to kill it? Yi Yaoshue still has lingering fear in her heart. She dragged Qinyan and flew towards a certain direction, distancing herself from this dangerous place. My cauldron will kill that thing, Qinyan said with smile. Actually, Qinyan placed the heavenly lion dragon suppressing cauldron in the third pearl of the nine-sun divine soul and gave it to Yao Fong to handle. Yao Fong took the heavenly lion dragon suppressing cauldron and entered the second pearl of the nine-sun divine soul. The second pearl of the nine-sun divine soul is specialized in imprisoning formidable things. It is also Yao Fong's slaughterhouse. If Qinyan can't handle any formidable things, he will hand them over to Yao Fong to handle. After Yao Fong released the ghost beast emperor from the second pearl of the nine-sun divine soul, she lightly waved her hand and released a powerful energy that cut the ghost beast emperor in two. Then with a few casual attacks, she killed the ghost beast emperor. She took out the essence stone and very quickly opened it and handed over the Regent Origin Stone to Qinyan. Qinyan took out the Regent Origin Stone from the nine-sun divine soul and showed it to Yi Yaoshue. He said with smile, It is indeed a king-quality Regent Origin Stone. How should we split it? You can have the king-quality Regent Origin Stone. I will take the mid-quality, high-quality, and best-quality Regent Origin Stones from before. Yi Yaoshue somewhat doubtfully asked, How did you take them out so quickly? Also, what is going on with those few lions from before? Are they your beast pets? They look very formidable. That was summoned by me. Qinyan took the king-quality Regent Origin Stone and gave the other few low-quality Regent Origin Stones to Yi Yaoshue. There is a best-quality ghost beast emperor in the vicinity. Let's go over. This kind of thing is very easy to deal with. Yi Yaoshue took out a devil chasing plate. After determining the location, she said with light smile, Regent Origin Stones are very easy to obtain. Naturally, she recalled how she has been swindled by Yang Chongtian for so many years, and her sweet and happy smile immediately disappeared. Just as Yi Yaoshue was about to bring Qinyan over, she heard an explosion coming from that direction. Chapter 985. Wind Riding Pagoda. It might be people from 100 Pagoda Sect. 100 Pagoda Sect is the closest to this place. Apart from people from 100 Pagoda sect, there is no one else. Yi Yaoshue thought for a bit and said to Qin Yun, "Let's go take a look first. Don't attack. Don't expose Heaven and Earth Devil Sealing Goblet." Heaven and Earth Devil Sealing Goblet is Zhang Rong's, but he doesn't know where it is. If Qin Yun exposes Heaven and Earth Devil Sealing Goblet, and Zhang Rong finds out, it will create a great commotion. Qin Yun held Yi Yaoshue's lily-white hand and released his power to make both of them invisible. Then they flew over. Could it be First Pagoda's disciples? Only First Pagoda's disciples frequently kill ghost beast emperors? Qin Yun said. Very likely. Yi Yaoshue felt a belly full of anger thinking about this matter. She feels that she suffered a great loss. They flew at high altitude and arrived at the battlefield not long after. Although it is dark, Qin Yun and Yi Yaoshue can clearly see the battle situation below. There are altogether 6 people. All of them are martial emperors. 2 peak martial emperors and 4 late-stage martial emperors. With their strength, they can surely take down that best quality ghost beast emperor. Yi Yaoshue said, "Are they from First Pagoda?" Qin Yun asked. "No, they're from 5th Pagoda Wind Riding Pagoda." Yi Yaoshue coldly groaned and said, "They are also First Pagoda's subordinates. They have very good relationship with First Pagoda. It must be Yang Chongtian who sent so many ghost beast emperors." Qin Yun said with mischievous smile, "Should I secretly play tricks? Stop them." Yi Yaoshue shook her head and said, "Let's take a look first. The battle situation below is very fierce. That best quality ghost beast emperor has the shape of a toad. Its body is very big. It is more than 10 meters long. It looks like a very big house. Its whole body is light green. It has stiff and thick skin. There are many protruding lumps. It looks very disgusting. The toad has a very long horn on its head. It has a pair of protruding eyes that are flickering with purple light rays. Wind Riding Pagoda's 6 disciples originally had the upper hand, but now they suddenly retreated. They don't dare to approach the toad. Those things are filled with poison. They don't dare to fight anymore. I overestimated them just now." Yi Yaoshue said with smile. Qin Yun had also seen that after the warts on the toad's back were smashed, a lot of venom and gas would splatter out. If one was not careful, they would be poisoned. This thing is indeed not easy to deal with. Qin Yun is also thinking about how to deal with it without using Heaven and Earth Devil Sealing Goblet. If he knew that there are so many ghost beast emperors, he would have refined some powerful formation or magic tools first. Although he had some talismans in his hands, they were only for emergency use. If he wanted to use them frequently, it would be more practical to use array formations or magic treasures. Below, a middle-aged man shouted, "Let's go and find another target." After the middle-aged man gave the order, the others hurriedly distanced themselves from the toad. They had long been frightened out of their wits. After the Wind Riding Pagoda people left, Qin Yun and Yi Yaoshue followed the toad, ghost beast emperor. When it is about time, they will begin attacking. "Xiao Yun, this thing is rather strong. I will go and beat it up first. Then you use Immortal Tool to capture it." Yi Yaoshue finished speaking, took out her saber, and dove down from the sky. She raised her saber high up and vigorously chopped down. Chi-Chi, flickering red energy shot out from the saber, transformed into a huge illusory saber and landed on the toad, ghost beast emperor's back. After the toad, ghost beast emperor's back was hit, those warts filled with venom and gas exploded and splashed out multicolored venom and venom. "Be careful of poison," Qin Yun yelled. Suddenly, a faint white energy barrier appeared on Yi Yaoshue's body and blocked the venom. There are many light threads lingering on the energy barrier. They look like very fine lightning. "Heavenly Rune," Qin Yun said with frown. "Xiao Yun, do you still remember her underwear? Maybe it is a defensive magic tool." Ling Yuner said with smile. "It seems like you have never carefully studied it. That is a woman's thing. How can I have the nerve to carefully study it?" Qin Yun curled his lips and said. A bright light barrier appeared on Yi Yaoshue's body and blocked the venom and gas attack. Now she can fight without worry. Hoo hoo hoo. That kind of strange and bewitching red light appeared again. It brought along a mysterious and formidable power as it was released from Yi Yaoshua's body. Yi Yaoshua did not use any martial skill when attacking. It looks like she's just casually attacking, but they are all very strong. For example, her saber technique is very similar to Qin Yun's common saber art. Her casual saber technique is very exquisite, very fast, not sloppy at all. The Toad Ghost Beast Emperor was once again hacked by Yi Yaoshua's illusory saber, and several bloody scars appeared on its body. She must be using a kind of mysterious technique to separate a part of her martial spirit and coordinate it with her saber to transform into a very large weapon and directly attack. Ling Yuner said, "Her rune martial spirit is very awesome." Qin Yun felt that it is about time. Just as he was about to take out Heaven and Earth Devil Sealing Goblet, he sensed someone approaching. Yi Yaoshua hastily sent sound transmission to Qin Yun. "Don't rush to use Heaven and Earth Devil Sealing Goblet. Wind Riding Pagoda's people are secretly watching from the side." Qin Yun looked all around. He wants to find those people and kill them, but he discovered that they are scattered in two different places and they are very far from each other. It is very difficult to kill them all in one go. He cannot kill all the Wind Riding Pagoda's people. Letting one or two of them run back will cause great trouble. These bastards, it will be best if they don't gather together. Qin Yun cursed in low voice. He took out Heavenly Lion Dragon Suppressing Cauldron and sent sound transmission to Yi Yaoshu. "I will use this cauldron. The effect is more or less the same. It will only consume more of my power. Let's capture this Ghost Beast Emperor first." "All right." Yi Yaoshua suddenly flew to the sky, condensed a huge saber, and ferociously stabbed towards the ground, nailing the Toad Ghost Beast Emperor to the ground. Qin Yun took out Heavenly Lion Dragon Suppressing Cauldron, turned it very big, and covered the ground. Boom! The Heavenly Lion Dragon Suppressing Cauldron turned upside down and covered the Toad Ghost Beast Emperor. Qin Yun landed on the Heavenly Lion Dragon Suppressing Cauldron and poured in his power, making the cauldron release energy to bind the Ghost Beast Emperor so that he can cover it. If he uses Heaven and Earth Devil Sealing Goblet, as long as the Ghost Beast Emperor is covered, it will be killed in a short while. It will also not consume too much of Qin Yun's power. After the Heavenly Lion Dragon Suppressing Cauldron sealed the Toad Ghost Beast Emperor, Qin Yun stopped pouring in his power. Then the small mountain-like cauldron gradually became smaller. Yi Yaoshua is also beside Qin Yun. She is firmly holding her saber and vigilantly looking all around. After the Heavenly Lion Dragon Suppressing Cauldron became smaller, Qin Yun covered it again. At this time, Wind Riding Pagoda's 6 people appeared, 2 middle-aged and 4 young men. They are all wearing silver armor and holding sharp weapons in their hands. Yi Yaoshua is not surprised at all. She knew that these people would appear. "Yi Yaoshua, you guys are very awesome. Many people thought that you were dead, but you are still alive and kicking here." A white-haired middle-aged man, holding 2 short pitchforks in his hands, said with a cold smile on his face, "The Ghost Beast Emperors you captured just now were discovered by us first. We attacked it for a while, quickly handed over. It is our prey. Kong Chatsi, don't think that just because you are ranked 8th on the Martial Emperor ranking, I am afraid of you." Yi Yaoshua is not the least bit afraid. She looked at the other people, narrowed her beautiful phoenix eyes, and said again, "If you have the guts, come and snatch it." Qin Yun is somewhat amazed. Kong Chatsi is actually ranked 8th on the Martial Emperor ranking. Yi Yaoshua is only ranked 10th. Kong Chatsi laughed. "Yi Yaoshua, you are too confident. You guys compare our battle formation. I am ranked 8th on the Martial Emperor ranking. Another is ranked 20th. We have 4 late-stage Martial Emperors on our side. You are ranked 10th, and that bullshit Venerable Master is only a Martial King." Yi Yaoshua laughed loudly and said, "You guys failed to capture the Ghost Beast Emperor, but we did. Who do you think is stronger?" Qin Yun took out a few talismans, shook them, and said with a smile, "Everyone. Even though I'm only a Martial King, my title of Venerable Master is not just for show. Do you want to have a taste of my Tao talismans?" Kong Chatsi and others also know the strength of a venerable master like Qin Yun. Just now, they saw Qin Yun use a cauldron to capture the ghost beast emperor. His equipment is indeed very strong. They also want to snatch Qin Yun's magic tools, but they don't dare because they are not certain that they can kill Qin Yun and Yi Yaoshue. You did not go back to participate in the competition. You have already been disqualified. What do you want the ghost beast emperor for? Kong Chatsi said, I want to use it to refine tools. Qin Yun said, don't talk nonsense with them, let's go. Yi Yaoshue lightly shouted, don't think of fighting with us. Otherwise you will be the ones who attacked first. Don't blame us when we kill you. Halt! We have a share of the ghost beast emperor. Why do you want to hog it for yourselves? Kong Chatsi furiously shouted, all right, I will release the toad, and you will kill it yourselves. How about it? Qin Yun said with smile, and then took out the heavenly lion dragon suppressing cauldron. This caused wind-riding pagoda's people to hastily fly to the sky in fright. They are very worried that Qin Yun would release the toad. Do you want it or not? If not, we are leaving. Yi Yaoshue saw how scared those people are, and cannot help but charmingly laugh and lightly yelled. Qin Yun held the small cauldron with both hands, and made a gesture as if he is about to throw it. Seeing Qin Yun's action, wind-riding pagoda's 6 people hid even further away. Don't act recklessly, Kong Chatsi yelled. You have indeed spent a lot of effort to capture the ghost beast emperor, but we also spent a lot of effort. We should split it equally. Yi Yaoshue crossed her arms in front of her chest and said with sneer, equally? We don't want to split it equally with you. We will let you deal with the ghost beast emperors yourselves. In any case, there are so many ghost beast emperors here. We will just look for other ones. Kong Chatsi's group is very worried because the toad is not easy to deal with. Quickly decide whether or not you want the toad. If you want it, I will release it and let you deal with it yourselves. If you don't want it, we will leave. Qin Yun yelled at Kong Chatsi. Kong Chatsi is very angry and roared. If we can't get it, you can also forget about getting it. If you have the guts, release it. Chapter 986. Ghost Beast Overlord Senior Brother Kong, let's attack, a youth said in low voice. Their star traveling pagoda's strongest is Granny Star. Moreover, they have offended First Pagoda. Even if we attack them, they can't do anything to us. Senior Brother Kong, let's attack, don't be afraid of them. We are in the right first. We saw that toad first. Another middle-aged man said in low voice. Yi Yaoshue is ranked 10th. You are ranked 8th. I'm also a peak martial emperor. We will surely take care of them. We are late-stage martial emperors. Dealing with that bullshit venerable master is not a problem. Even if he has very strong equipment, he won't be that strong, a youth said with sneer. Yi Yaoshue glanced at Qin Yun, telling him to prepare for battle. Qin Yun knows that those wind-riding pagoda people have made up their minds. He tightly gripped the talismans in his hand. Pay attention to the armors they are wearing. They are all pretty good defensive equipment. These guys can be considered to be rather outstanding within the wind-riding pagoda. Moreover, the elders behind them are very rich. Their equipment is definitely not bad. Yi Yaoshue said in low voice. Qin Yun nodded. Kong Chatsi yelled, I will give you one more chance. Promise to hand over the ghost beast emperor to us. After we return, release the ghost beast emperor and hand it over to our wind-riding pagoda's elders. Yi Yaoshue said in cold voice. We caught it. Don't even think about it. Hey, it is you who stole our prey. Since it is like this, don't blame me for being impolite. Kong Chatsi furiously yelled. Attack! Wind-riding pagoda's Kong Chatsi and another peak martial emperor dove down from the sky and attacked Qin Yun and Yi Yaoshue. Qin Yun used flowing light extinction shadow step and promptly moved away from Yi Yaoshue to avoid being affected by the battle. Although Yi Yaoshue is a mid-stage martial emperor, she is a super genius. Her strength is very strong, especially when she is going all out. She is even more formidable. Qin Yun is not worried about Yi Yaoshue. He used his fastest speed to run to the side. Just as he expected, those 4 late-stage martial emperors are chasing after him. These guys are truly tired of living. Qin Yun promptly used shadow power to conceal himself. He rushed into a forest and took out the Lion King cannon. The Lion King cannon became as small as a flute. He held the tiny Lion King cannon in his hand and hid in the darkness. Then, he aimed at one of the youths and fired the cannon's power. Boom! The tiny Lion King cannon shot out a light beam and sent the youth flying. That guy's armor is pretty strong. Qin Yun also saw that when the beam of light flew over, a barrier appeared on the youth's armor, blocking his attack. The youth who was sent flying crashed into a tree trunk and shouted, "Be careful of that guy. He's very sinister." In the distance, Yi Yaoshue is also fighting with two peak martial emperors. The disturbance is very big. Just as the youth finished shouting, Qin Yun flashed over. He tightly held the nine-sun divine hammer and unleashed the heavenly might Dao technique. He released the first layer heavenly might Dao technique and fused it with all the power in his body. The nine-sun divine hammer in his hand absorbed the energy of the heaven's might Dao technique and fiercely trembled. The most formidable part of the nine-sun divine hammer was that it could increase the amount of energy injected into it by several times. Qin Yun's current power is extremely dreadful. That youth is a late-stage martial emperor. His reaction is very fast. He realized that danger is approaching and promptly flew away. But just as he took a few steps, he felt intense pain all over his body. Incomparable pain exploded inside that youth's body in a flash, causing him to scream in pain. Boom! Qin Yun unleashed quaking thunder style with nine-sun divine hammer. Thunder and lightning rumbled and shot out. It is as if thunder is in a violent rage. A bolt of lightning containing raging flames poured into that youth's body and instantly tore it into a shower of sparks. After the other few youths saw it, they were shocked to the extreme. A late-stage martial emperor has been killed by a martial king. Qin Yun is a peak-stage martial king. Moreover, he is not an ordinary peak-stage martial king. With his strength, he can fight against ordinary mid-stage martial emperors. Adding the power of the nine-sun divine hammer, he can easily kill these late-stage martial emperors. What happened? A youth not far away is so scared that his liver and guts are about to burst because the heavenly might power that burst out just now is too dreadful. Quickly run, a youth yelled. Those three youths are so scared that they started fleeing. But while they are running, they suddenly got entangled by tree roots that came out from the ground. Qin Yun has tree martial spirit. He can control many tree roots and tree vines inside the forest. He threw out heaven and earth devil sealing goblet. It enveloped two of the youths and then rushed towards the youth who managed to break free from the tree roots. After approaching, Ling Yun released super gravity and pressed down on that youth, causing him to suddenly stop. But that youth is, after all, a late-stage martial emperor. He was able to shake off Qin Yun's super gravity in a short while. Qin Yun also just arrived. He promptly unleashed suffering divine ability power and sent it into that youth's body. That youth's armor released a burst of red light, blocked the divine ability power, and flew to the sky. Divine ability resisting armor? Qin Yun is startled in his heart. He promptly released 10 throwing knife talisman tools. All of them are Dao tools. The throwing knife talisman tools flew over, surrounded the youth, and exploded. Boom, boom, boom. A series of explosions illuminated the darkness and gave rise to bursts of flame waves. That youth who was running away in panic was also hit by the explosion and fell to the ground. Qin Yun flew over in a flash and ferociously smashed down with his hammer. Nine-sun divine hammer transformed into a stream of light and smashed on that youth's body like lightning, bringing along boundless heavenly might power. Bang! The youth's armor is unable to withstand the violent attack of a divine tool. It cracked in a short while. Rumble! Quaking thunder style, falling star style. After 2 hammer strikes, that youth turned into sparks and scattered into the forest along with the airwaves. Those 2 youths who are covered by heaven and earth devil sealing goblet have seen the whole thing and their courage has been broken. What caused them to be most alarmed is that they recognized the thing that covered them. It is Zhang Rong's lost heaven and earth devil sealing goblet. Everyone knows that Zhang Rong gave the universe devil sealing goblet to Zhang Yunping. Zhang Yunping is dead, and the heaven and earth devil sealing goblet is now in Qin Yun's hands. This means that Zhang Yunping's death is related to Qin Yun and Yi Yaoxue. You killed a sect disciple and even stole the heaven and earth devil sealing goblet. You are done for. One youth loudly shouted. Qin Yun walked over, placed his hand on the heaven and earth devil sealing goblet, and said with smile, "You can go to hell and play with eggs." After Qin Yun poured energy into the heaven and earth devil sealing goblet, lightning began to shoot out from inside. Those two youths screamed miserably after being struck by lightning. Not long after, they were tortured to the point where they are on the verge of death. Qin Yun stored the heaven and earth devil sealing goblet, then coldly groaned, took out 2 Tao cores and martial spirits, and then killed those 2 youths. After he concealed himself, he rushed towards Yi Yaoxue. What caused him to be amazed is that Yi Yaoxue actually managed to kill a peak martial emperor. Now, Yi Yaoxue is still fighting with Kong Chatsi. Yi Yaoxue, you killed a sect disciple. You are dead meat. Kong Chatsi furiously roared. Killed sect disciple? You must have done this kind of thing many times, yet you are still alive until now. Naturally, you will die very soon. Yi Yaoxue's saber chopped very quickly, creating red saber images that illuminated a large part of the night sky. Swift and fierce red saber energy tyrannically attacked all around. Wherever it hit, a burst of explosion occurred. It is filled with destructive power. Kong Chatsi is very strenuous to block Yi Yaoxue's quick saber attacks, because every time Yi Yaoxue's saber chopped down, it will create layer after layer of saber images. He brought out a large number of overlapping saber shadows. Those red saber shadows would explode. Yi Yaoxue is not affected by those explosions, but Kong Chatsi's whole body is in pain from the explosions. Furthermore, when his 2 pitchforks collided with Yi Yaoxue's saber, they suffered a very strong explosion, causing him to be suppressed in a short while. Yi Yaoxue, you are dead meat. Just wait for me. Kong Chatsi roared. He finished speaking, and, through the 2 pitchforks, they brought along 2 blue light beams and shot towards Yi Yaoxue like lightning. Yi Yaoxue hastily dodged. Just as she dodged, Kong Chatsi very quickly fled and flew in the sky. Qin Yun took out the Lion King cannon and fired 2 shots at Kong Chatsi. Those 2 Tao cores belonged to those 2 youths. Boom boom. 2 loud explosions came from the sky, and Kong Chatsi was hit head-on. Intense light burst out in the sky, and a large amount of flame fell down. Yi Yaoxue also promptly rushed into the flame rain and killed Kong Chatsi with a few saber attacks. Then she took out the Tao cores. We are leaving. Yi Yaoxue flew towards Qin Yun and brought him away. Yi Yaoxue and Qin Yun have consumed a lot of energy. After leaving the battlefield, they hid inside a large mountain to recuperate. Are you all right? How can you be so heavily injured? Yi Yaoxue saw that one of Qin Yun's arms has been split open. She can see the bones flickering with light inside and asked with frown, I'm fine. I will be fine very soon. Qin Yun's arm is so heavily injured because the power he erupted with in a flash was too strong. Originally, he was fine, but when he released his power, it was not able to smoothly enter the 9-Sun Divine Hammer. It caused a portion of the power to bounce back. Moreover, he continued to hammer several times, causing his arm to split open. The situation was very urgent. He could only endure the injury and attack. Xiao Yun, there is a problem with the 9-Sun Divine Hammer. It was not like this before. Previously, no matter what happened, I could pour my strongest power into it, but now it is not smooth. What is going on? Qin Yun is very puzzled. Kong Chatsi is the chief disciple of Wind Riding Pagoda. He is ranked 8th on the martial emperor ranking. Now he is dead. He was courting death. Yi Yaoxue looked at Qin Yun, who was in a daze, and asked again, Are you really all right? I am fine. Qin Yun shook his head. I used too much power and my arm broke. How can the power inside your body be be so strong. Even your super immortal body is unable to endure it, Yaoshua said with frown. Suddenly, the large mountain they are on started shaking violently. It is collapsing. We should quickly get out. Qin Yun yelled, then pulled Yi Yaoshua and used mysterious penetration divine ability to fly out. Just as they left, they heard a heavy roar coming from the distance. Chapter 987. Reveal the secret on the spot, Ghost, Beast, Overlord. Qin Yun is suddenly very curious. He wants to see what the Ghost Beast Overlord is like. He once killed a Devil Star Overlord. Although it is still in the process of transforming, it is still a very strong thing. Let's go back to 100 Pagoda Sect. We can't stay here anymore. Yi Yaoshua said. Why? Is that Devil Star Overlord very strong? Qin Yun is somewhat reluctant. He still wants to kill a few top-quality Ghost Beast Emperors here. Very strong. We should go back first. Yi Yaoshua nodded. A large group of Ghost Beasts below are rushing towards the Ghost Beast remote lake. This caused Qin Yun to be secretly alarmed. Apparently, a powerful Ghost Beast Overlord had appeared at the Ghost Beast remote lake, which was why it could summon so many Ghost Beasts. Qin Yun and Yi Yaoshua saw a large number of Ghost Beasts rushing towards the Ghost Beast remote lake in an orderly manner, and they dispelled the thought of killing Ghost Beast Emperors. Those Ghost Beast Emperors might have already rushed towards the Ghost Beast remote lake. If a large number of Ghost Beasts gathered at the Ghost Beast remote lake, he would be courting death if he went there. The two of them are flying in the sky, returning to 100 Pagoda Sect. Senior sister, how do you know about the Ghost Beast Overlord? Qin Yun asked curiously. I read it from an ancient book. Yi Yaoshua is also thinking about something and looking ahead. It seems like Ghost Beast Overlord came out of Ghost Beast Remote Lake a long time ago. Qin Yun said with smile. Ghost Beast Remote Lake is truly mysterious. Indeed, back then many powerful pagoda masters of 100 Pagoda Sect joined hands to repel a large group of Ghost Beasts. When they returned to 100 Pagoda Sect, they saw many people flying towards Ghost Beast Remote Lake. Many people don't know the situation of the Ghost Beast Remote Lake. They are excitedly rushing over. But in the end, they will be surrounded and attacked by a large group of powerful Ghost Beast Emperors and eaten. There are many disciples of 100 Pagoda Sect among them. Qin Yun and Yi Yaoshua finally returned to Star Traveling Pagoda. As soon as they returned, they saw Granny Star, Lan Shun, and a group of old senior brothers in the lobby of Star Traveling Pagoda's first floor. Granny Star and others are very worried about Qin Yun and Yi Yaoshua. They can only wait here anxiously. Now that they have returned, they can finally relax. I knew you wouldn't die. Those bastards from First Pagoda only know how to talk nonsense. Granny Star is very happy. She kindly smiled and pulled Qin Yun and Yi Yaoshua's hands. Granny Star, is the competition still continuing? Yi Yaoshua asked. First Pagoda's competition? Because now, many disciples are going to capture Ghost Beast Emperors. Did you know Old Feitian and City Master Morong are buying Ghost Beast Emperors? First Pagoda has also dispatched many disciples to hunt Ghost Beast Emperors. Granny Star said. Qin Yun and Yi Yaoshua looked at each other in dismay, feeling very amazed. They did not expect Old Feitian and City Master Morong to know the secret of Ghost Beast Emperors. Lan Shan said, You just came out from inside. How is the situation inside? Yi Yaoshua said with grave expression, It is very bad. It is best not to go in first. The legendary Ghost Beast Overlord might appear. After Granny Star heard this, his expression changed. Ghost Beast Overlord? Aya, this is troublesome. That thing is very dreadful. Back then, many of our 100 Pagoda Sect's experts joined hands and only managed to beat it back to Ghost Beast Remote Lake. It seems like it is true. Yi Yaoshua said. Rest assured, our Star Traveling Pagoda will not get involved in this matter. First Pagoda will handle it. After so many years, First Pagoda's strength has grown a lot. They will surely have a way to deal with the Ghost Beast Overlord. Granny Star said. Lan Shun said. Junior Brother Qin, Xia Wufeng and Murong Tianjia came here earlier. They asked me to tell you that as soon as you return, you must immediately go to Murong Manor. They are now in Murong Manor. All right, I will rest for a while, then I will go. Qin Yun nodded. I will also go, Yi Yaoshua said. They feel that City Master Murong must know something. It must be known that back when City Master Murong was the Pagoda Master of 100 Pagoda Sect, he had some conflict with Yang Chongtian, especially Yi Yaoshua. She wants to expose Yang Chongtian. If she goes through City Master Murong, it will be even more convincing. After Qin Yun and Yi Yaoshua rested in Star, Traveling Pagoda, they set off for 100 Pagoda City's Murong Manor at dawn. Since Qin Yun saved Murong Yue, he is an honored guest of Murong Manor. Therefore, he easily entered the Murong Manor's gate. What a familiar aura. Yang Chongtian is actually here, Qin Yun said with frown. What is he doing here? There's also that bastard Zhang Rong. Yi Yaoshua lightly groaned and said, Those two bastards, they must be up to something again. They must be up to something again. Qin Yun is actually not worried, because he can sense old Fei Yin's aura. Ying Qingyu is also here. With so many experts here, Yang Chongtian and Zhang Rong won't dare to act recklessly. Yi Yaoshua said, They should not know what is happening inside the Ghost Beast remote lake. If they knew, they would not be able to sit still. After Qin Yun and Yi Yaoshua entered Murong Manor, a butler led them to City Master Murong. In a wide square, there were many people gathered here. As soon as Qin Yun and Yi Yaoshua arrived, they sensed very strong Ghost Beast Emperor aura. The butler said in low voice, They are slaughtering Ghost Beast Emperors. Yi Yaoshua asked, I heard your city master is buying Ghost Beast Emperors. What is the price? The butler said, I don't know the price. In short, those who have Ghost Beast Emperor corpses will be discussed in private. The price will not be leaked. Qin Yun asked, Yang Chongtian and Zhang Rong are also here. What are they doing here? The butler is somewhat angry and said, Because City Master is buying Ghost Beast Emperor corpses, it has affected Yang Chongtian. So Yang Chongtian and Zhang Rong came here to stop City Master from buying. Who do they think they are? What do they have to interfere with City Master? Not long after, Qin Yun and Yi Yaoshua enter the crowd. City Master Murong doesn't know that they have arrived. Since Yang Chongtian and Yi Yaoshua are here, Qin Yun and Yi Yaoshua are hiding. They're only watching from the side. At the center of the plaza, there are indeed people slaughtering Ghost Beast Emperors. The ground is full of reeking black blood. Yang Chongtian and Zhang Rong are standing at the side, looking at City Master Murong, who is holding a large saber and dissecting Ghost Beast Emperors. Old Fei Qian is also helping from the side. Xia Wufeng, Murong Tianjia, Murong Yue, as well as a group of Murong family's young disciples are also watching from the side. Yi Yaoshua sent sound transmission to Qin Yun. First Pagoda's Fang Zhijin is also here. He is the first rank of Martial Emperor ranking. Qin Yun also saw a handsome man with cold and detached expression standing beside Yang Chongtian. He is wearing luxurious golden clothes. His hands are crossed in front of his chest. He is holding a sword. His expression is filled with impatience. He is looking at City Master Murong, dissecting Ghost Beast Emperors. Very soon City Master Murong took out a black essence stone from the head of a Ghost Beast Emperor. Everyone, this is the secret of Ghost Beast Emperors. Although I don't know what is inside, it must be very valuable. City Master Murong raised the black essence stone and said, Yang Chongtian knows what is inside, but he concealed it from everyone. For many years, he deceived First Pagoda's disciples and made them risk their lives to kill Ghost Beast Emperors. This kind of Pagoda Master is very sinister. Yang Chongtian said in cold voice, City Master Murong, don't slander me. You and old Fei Qian maliciously raised the price of Ghost Beast Emperors and affected our First Pagoda's ability to obtain beast horns. I came here today to reason with you, to make you give up on buying Ghost Beast Emperors. I really did not expect you to slander me. Old Fei Qian laughed loudly and said, Who doesn't know that your first pagoda has many small teams in charge of killing ghost beast emperors? You never lacked ghost beast emperors, yet you are willing to spend 300 million purple crystal coins to buy them. Don't tell me it is all for a single beast horn? Zhang Rong said, "We are not only here for the beast horn, we also have another objective. The main objective is to research the origin of ghost beast emperors, as well as the reason why they are formed. City Master Morong, if you can't prove that I am deceiving disciples, I won't be polite," Yang Chong Tian said with gloomy expression. "All right, how about you sell me all the black essence stones? 100 million each. I will buy them all." City Master Morong said with sneer, "I don't want the beast horn. I also don't want the ghost beast emperor's corpse. I only want the hard essence stones." Old Fei Tian yelled, "You must know what is inside the essence stones. If you don't want to sell, it means that you are hiding the secret inside the essence stones." Zhang Rong furiously said, "Don't cause trouble without reason. Essence stones are the main material for our research on ghost beast emperors. Why should we sell them to you?" City Master Morong chuckled. "We also want to research ghost beast emperors. We are buying them at a high price. What is wrong with that? The highest bidder wins. You don't want to pay a high price. You want to buy ghost beast emperors. Keep dreaming." Qin Yun thought that City Master Morong and old Fei Tian knew the secret of ghost beast emperors. He really did not expect that they also don't know. However, buying the ghost beast emperors first is a wise and far-sighted move. Yang Chong Tian furiously said, "City Master Morong, you are offering 500 million purple crystal coins to buy a ghost beast emperor's corpse. This is completely inconsistent with the price of a ghost beast emperor. The reason why you are maliciously raising the price is to deliberately make things difficult for me and make the disciples suspect me." Yang Chong Tian and Zhang Rong also know that City Master Morong and Old Fei Tian can't take out the Regent Origin Stones from the Essence Stones, so they dare to speak loudly. Zhang Rong said with sneer, "You are deliberately making things difficult for our first pagoda. You are making us your enemy, especially City Master Morong. As the City Master of 100 Pagoda City, you are making the Sect Master of 100 Pagoda Sect your enemy. You are defying your superiors." Old Fei Tian, City Master Morong, listen up. Our first pagoda is buying ghost beast emperors to research the origin of ghost beast emperors. We're doing this for the sake of 100 Pagoda Sect. If you continue to obstruct us, we will take action." Yang Chong Tian loudly yelled. His entire body is filled with killing intent. Qin Yin suddenly walked out and loudly said, "City Master Morong, buying ghost beast emperor's corpse for 500 million purple crystal coins is a sure profit, because there are Regent Origin Stones inside ghost beast emperor's essence stones." Hua! This caused everyone present to cry out in alarm. "It's you, you bastard! You are actually still alive!" Yang Chong Tian coldly shouted. He looked at Qin Yin, whose face is filled with smile, and cannot help but become very angry. He is also very shocked in his heart, because someone else actually knows the secret of ghost beast emperors. City Master Morong immediately laughed loudly and yelled, "Yang Chong Tian, did you hear? There are Regent Origin Stones inside ghost beast emperors. You bastard, you swindled First Pagoda's disciples." Chapter 988. Chapter 988. Mysterious Penetration Tao. Talisman. Zhang Rong believes that it is impossible for Qin Yun to open the Essence Stone, so he won't admit it even if he dies. The reason why Yang Chong Tian and Zhang Rong can open the Essence Stone is because they obtained a secret technique from First Pagoda. Both of them also agreed not to divulge the secret technique to anyone. They heard Qin Yun say that there are Regent Origin Stones inside the Essence Stone. They were very amazed at first, but then they thought about it. Only the two of them know the secret technique. So long as no one can open the Essence Stone, there is no proof that there are Regent Origin Stones inside. In fact, for so many years, there have been many people and inscription masters who try to break open the Essence Stone, but none of them succeeded. Therefore, what is inside the Essence Stone has always been a mystery. Even if Yang Chongtian and Zhang Rong know the secret technique to open the essence stone, it will still take them a very long time to open it. Everyone, don't believe this guy. He is a swindler. He came from ordinary realm of spirit desolate. His name is Qin Yun. But after he entered First Pagoda, he changed his name to Qin Xiao Yun and is very secretive. This kind of guy has no credibility. Indeed, this guy is a wicked beyond redemption guy in ordinary realm. He even provoked Dragon Sect. He indeed has some skill, but he is a swindler, Zhang Rong said with sneer. Qin Yun did not expect that Zhang Rong and Yang Chongtian would know about his matter in ordinary realm. Yi Yaoxue furiously said, Yang Chongtian, for so many years, you used all kinds of excuses to force disciples to hunt ghost beast emperors, causing many disciples to become crippled, and you concealed the secret of ghost beast emperors. I can prove that there are indeed regent origin stones inside ghost beast emperor's essence stones. Everyone originally didn't believe it, but after hearing Yi Yaoxue's words, they somewhat believed it. Yi Yaoxue, you traitorous slut. Just because you can't become chief disciple, you harbor hatred towards First Pagoda. You repeatedly set yourself against First Pagoda. Yang Chongtian loudly cursed. I admit that you have indeed captured many ghost beast emperors, but they were all used for research. There are no regent origin stones inside ghost beast emperor's essence stones. Only if you can open the essence stone on the spot and take out proof to convince everyone. Zhang Rong said with sneer, forget about you. Even if 10-6 tribulation half immortals joined hands, they would not be able to break the essence stone. You have no proof. You are trying to slander our First Pagoda. Qin Yun's expression was calm as he smiled. I can break open those brain stones on the spot. Yang Chongtian said with smile, then break it for everyone to see. City Master Murong hastily handed over the black market essence stone to Qin Yun and said, open this. I just took it from the head of a ghost beast emperor. Wait, what if this thing is forged by you? Yang Chongtian coldly groaned and said, exactly. You must have colluded to deceive me. Zhang Rong chuckled. Even a child wouldn't be fooled by this kind of trick. Then how about you provide the essence stones? Asked Qin Yun. We did not. Yang Chongtian said. Essence stones are used for research. We never carry them with us. Zhang Rong said with smile. You have no way to prove that there are regent origin stones inside essence stones. Now, many people are questioning. They are questioning Qin Yun and City Master Murong. City Master Murong said in loud voice, everyone knows my character. I will never deceive people. Everyone also saw that I took out the essence stone from the head of Ghost Beast Emperor. There is no possibility of it being fake. Zhang Rong said with sneer, you have already placed the forged essence stone inside the head of a Ghost Beast Emperor, and now you're putting on a show for everyone to see. This is all part of your plan. City Master Murong and Old Feitian gnashed their teeth in anger. They have already seen how shameless Zhang Rong and Yang Chongtian are, but this is the first time they have seen them act so shamelessly. Qin Yun can also be considered to have seen how shameless Yang Chongtian is, but he is still very calm and collected. He looked at those people who are filled with doubt in their hearts and said in loud voice, everyone, if you have Ghost Beast Emperor essence stones, come and find me for help. I will only charge 100 million purple crystal coins. I guarantee that you will obtain the Regent Origin Stones. City Master Murong and Old Feitian are very amazed. They thought that Qin Yun would need a very long time to break open the Essence Stone, but now it seems like it is not that difficult. Is this true? An old man watching from the sidelines is somewhat in disbelief. He promptly took out a black stone and walked toward Qin Yun. This is an Essence Stone I obtained 50 years ago after killing a Ghost Beast Emperor with my friends. If there is truly a Regent Origin Stone, I will give you 100 million purple crystal coins. Yang Chongtian and Zhang Rong's heart is now jumping with fear and trepidation. They thought that Qin Yun was just casually talking. They did not expect that he is actually serious. They are very worried that if the secret of Ghost Beast Emperor Essence Stone is revealed, they won't be able to happily swindle disciples to kill ghost beast emperors. Moreover, the two of them will be questioned by many disciples. Wait a moment, I need to craft a talisman. Qin Yun took out a talisman paper and a table and began carving runes. Nobody knows what kind of runes he is carving, but everyone is earnestly looking at him. This is a great master crafting talisman. Even Yang Chongtian and Zhang Rong are extremely curious, because Qin Yun's method of breaking open ghost beast emperor essence stone is completely different from their violent method. Moreover, it is very fast. Qin Yun only used a short period of time to craft the talisman. He stuck the talisman on the ghost beast emperor essence stone, and the surface of the stone became covered with a layer of white light. Then he tilted the stone to the ground, and a regent origin stone fell out from inside. Seeing the regent origin stone flickering with golden light, everyone present cried out in alarm. They find it hard to believe. Many people are very excited in their hearts, because now that there are so many ghost beast emperors, it means that they will be able to obtain regent origin stones very easily. Mid-quality regent origin stone. This is worth 1.5 billion purple crystal coins. Old Fei Qian yelled in alarm. Aha! Yang Chongtian, Zhang Rong, what else do you have to say? City Master Morong looked at Yang Chongtian and Zhang Rong, who have unsightly expression, and said with loud laughter, that person must be one of your people. Zhang Rong quibbled. Old Fei Tian said with smile, I believe that many people here have ghost beast emperor essence stones. Even if they don't have them now, they will have them in the future. Could it be that we can bribe so many people? Yi Yaoshue said with sneer. They already knew that there are regent origin stones inside ghost beast emperors, but concealed it from everyone. If Junior Brother Qin did not discover this secret, I would still be in the dark. After this matter spreads, First Pagoda's disciples will surely understand. Yang Chongtian coldly looked at Yi Yaoshue. His eyes are filled with killing intent. We only found out today. You have no proof to prove that we already knew about this matter. There is no need for proof. From today on, you can forget about obtaining regent origin stones so easily. Yi Yaoshue said. At this time, a few more people took out black stones and handed them over to Qin Yun. Qin Yun has just received 100 million purple crystal coins as reward. Then he pasted the talisman on those stones and poured out the regent origin stones inside. The method he used is very simple. He made a Dao talisman that can store mysterious penetration divine ability power, then stuck the talisman on the ghost beast emperor essence stone, and the regent origin stones inside will come out. Yang Chongtian and Zhang Rong are watching from the side with incomparable jealousy, because the speed at which Qin Yun took out regent origin stones is very fast, many times faster than them. Naturally, they are even more furious because from now on, it will not be easy for them to obtain regent origin stones. They will have to spend a lot of money to buy ghost beast emperor essence stones. Venerable Master, will you still help us open essence stones later? An old man yelled, I don't have any ghost beast emperor essence stones now, but I will soon. Indeed, we believe you now. You must help us. It will make it easier for us to obtain regent origin stones. I will give you 200 million as reward. 300 million is also fine. We will go kill ghost beast emperors now. A large group of people shouted one after another. They are very worried that Qin Yun will not help them in the future. Qin Yun said, Everyone, truth be told, me and senior sister just returned from Ghost Beast Remote Lake. It was a narrow escape from death. That place is filled with all kinds of dangers. There are many formidable ghost beast emperors roaming about. If you want to go there, don't go near the Ghost Beast Remote Lake. It is very dangerous there. As for the matter of opening essence stones, as long as I have time, I will definitely help. When the time comes, I will ask City Master Morong and Senior Old Fei Yin to refine some talismans for them and let them handle this matter. Everyone, just pay attention to the news they release. Qin Yun's words caused many people to feel relieved. Qin Yun is doing this to let everyone quickly spread the news. This way, it will be difficult for Yang Chongtian and Zhang Rong to buy essence stones at low price. Yang Chongtian and Zhang Rong's expression is very unsightly. Everyone, go back first. Pay attention to the news we release. City Master Morong said with smile. Oh, that's right, everyone. When you go to kill ghost beast emperors, you must pay attention to your safety. Everyone excitedly left, preparing to kill ghost beast emperors. If their luck is good and they can obtain high-quality ghost beast emperor essence stones, they will only need to spend 300 million purple crystal coins to obtain a high-quality region origin stone. Qin Yun is also very lacking in resources, especially high-quality region origin stones. If he has a large amount of them, he won't have to worry about breaking through to Martial Emperor Realm. Many people are looking at Yang Chongtian and Zhang Rong with questioning gaze. They know that from now on, their reputation will surely be affected. Their hearts are filled with anger and jealousy as they left the Murong Manor. After City Master Murong sent everyone off, his face is filled with clear and bright smile. He looked at Qin Yun and said, "Venerable Master is truly worthy of being a Venerable Master. You have truly broadened my horizons." Old Fei Tian said with smile, "I already knew that Brother Yun is very capable. I did not expect that you would once again give me a big shock. Truly awesome." Yang Chongtian and Zhang Rong. Those two bastards, this time they have suffered a big loss. Chapter 989. Mysterious Treasure. Mirror. Qin Yun took out the talisman and stuck it on the essence stone. A burst of faint white light appeared. Xingyu turned over the large black stone, and a high-quality Regent Origin stone fell out. High-quality Origin stone. Very good, very good. It is worth 2 billion each. Xingyu said with smile. If you want to exchange it for purple crystal coins, you better sell it quickly. Regent Origin stones will flood in the future. They won't be worth that much. City Master Murong said with smile. Murong Yue, Murong Changwu, and the other younger generation are now filled with reverence and worship towards Qin Yun. City Master Murong and Old Fei Tian are flattering Qin Yun. They know that he is a genuine venerable master. Brother Yun, let's go inside and discuss the matter of cooperation, City Master Murong said with smile. All right. Qin Yun nodded with smile. Yi Yaoxue and others are waiting outside. She informed them about the situation of Ghost Beast Remote Lake, so that Xiao Wufeng, Murong Tianjia, and others can know about it. Qin Yun, Old Fei Tian, as well as City Master Murong entered a secret room. After entering, City Master Murong said, Brother Yun, the main thing that can take out Regent Origin stones are those talismans. How much do you want to sell them? I will buy them at a suitable price. One talisman can be used about 12 times. 300 million purple crystal coins in one go. That is 6 billion purple crystal coins. Qin Yun said with smile. Naturally, I don't want purple crystal coins. I only want Regent Origin stones. One talisman for one best quality Regent Origin stone. How about it? Old Fei Tian said. Best quality Regent Origin stones are currently worth 3 billion, but later it will surely drop to 5 billion. This way, we can still make a lot of profit. Qin Yun said with smile. Indeed, I am just afraid of trouble. I don't feel like exchanging purple crystal coins for Regent Origin stones. But 2 seniors have channels in this aspect. That's why I want to cooperate. City Master Muro nodded and said, All right, it's settled. Now, we don't have any best quality Regent Origin stones. We can't gather enough in a short period of time. But as long as we have them, we will immediately send them to you. He knows that Qin Yun has a talisman that can make Regent Origin stones release energy at a very fast speed. All right, I will immediately make 10 talismans for each of you. Qin Yun said with smile. Oh, that's right, Brother Yun. That kind of talisman that can let Regent Origin stones release energy quickly. How are you selling it? City Master Morong looked at Old Fei Tian and asked. Old Fei Tian is startled after hearing this because he did not know that Qin Yun has this kind of talisman. He is very interested. 3 best quality Regent Origin stones for 1. This is a fringe price. Qin Yun said with smile. Let me see, I also want to exchange for Xiao Yu and Dajiang. Old Fei Tian said. Soon after, He took out a 9 condensation Tao talisman and stuck it on a Regent Origin stone. The Regent Origin stone immediately started releasing energy at lightning speed. After seeing it with his own eyes, old Feitian cried out in fear and said, "If only I could meet Brother Yun when I was a martial king or martial emperor, I would have crossed this stage much earlier." 3 best quality Regent Origin stones. It is settled. Old Feitian patted Qin Yun's shoulder and very happily said with smile, "Old Feitian and City Master Murong want to nurture their younger generation. And the things Qin Yun is offering can help their younger generation quickly improve. It will save them a lot of trouble." Qin Yun began crafting Tao talismans in a secret room of Murong Manor. After he finished crafting one, he said with smile, "I really did not expect that mysterious penetration divine ability power could be used like this. Divine ability power can be sealed inside talismans. You can also try other divine ability power," Ling Yuner said with smile. "Indeed, later I will craft some King Grey Tao talismans specially used to seal divine ability power. This way I won't need to use Nether Sun's power in battle." Qin Yun's eyes lit up. He suddenly thought of this idea today. He did not expect it to succeed so quickly. Originally, he did not want to expose Yang Chongtian and others so quickly. He did not expect the situation to develop like this. But now he also has some benefits. As long as he can craft these Tao talismans and hand them over to old Feitian and City Master Morong, he can just sit back and collect top-quality Regent Origin stones. He won't need to painstakingly hunt ghost beast emperors. "Xiao Yun, didn't you craft Gemini treasure mirror? Quickly give it a try," Ling Yuni yelled. "All right, I forgot about this treasure." Qin Yun hastily took out Gemini treasure mirror and looked at it. Then he took out mental resonance Xian pen and began carving Tao runes and star runes on the mirror's surface. These are the runes he needs to craft mysterious penetration Tao talisman. They are mainly used to store divine ability power inside the talisman and then release divine ability power through the talisman. He very quickly finished carving mysterious penetration Tao talisman's runes on the mirror's surface and then record them inside the Gemini treasure mirror. "All right, I have successfully recorded a set of runes. Let's test the effect." Qin Yun excitedly took out a talisman paper, then used the mirror's surface to illuminate the talisman paper and poured blood spirit power into the Gemini treasure mirror. The Gemini treasure mirror surface suddenly flickered and the set of runes he just carved appeared. After he poured in very strong blood spirit power, the set of runes also began to be branded on the talisman paper. Not long after, a mysterious penetration Tao talisman has been crafted. So fucking fast. Qin Yun is extremely excited. Then he took out more than a dozen talisman papers and placed them on the table. He used the Gemini treasure mirror to illuminate the talisman papers on the table. Just like this, he continuously illuminated more than a dozen talisman papers and finished crafting more than a dozen mysterious penetration Tao talismans. Only less than half an hour has passed. So awesome, I can craft talismans very quickly. I want to craft more offensive Tao talismans, whoever dares to provoke me. I will use a large amount of Tao talismans to smash them to death. Qin Yun is firmly holding the Gemini treasure mirror. He is somewhat excited. The only drawback is that the consumption is rather high. The Gemini treasure mirror absorbs a lot of energy. Of course, if your cultivation increases in the future, this consumption won't be a problem. Ling Yuner said, "Indeed. Wait until I become martial emperor. The amount of energy stored inside my body will be even higher." Qin Yun said with smile, "I just don't know whether or not my mental power will have a breakthrough at that time. I want to quickly open the 9 Sun Divine Soul's 4th pearl." After he became martial king, he frequently tried to open the 4th pearl, but he never succeeded. Yao Fong also said that opening the 9 Sun Divine Soul's 9 pearls is related to mental power. Because he cultivated the formidable spirit Nether Moon, his mental power did not increase by much at martial king stage. Qin Yun very quickly finished crafting 20 mysterious penetration Tao talismans. He is now very anxious to use the Gemini treasure mirror to record the red heavenly rune. He walked out of the secret room and saw old Fei Qian and City Master Murong walking over. Not even half an hour passed, and you finished crafting 20 talismans? Old Fei Qian said in amazement. This? No, I already have some. Qin Yun took out 20 mysterious penetration Dao talismans and handed them over. He said with smile, "These are mysterious penetration Dao talismans. Old Fei Qian and City Master Murong each obtained 10. All right, now we owe you 20 best quality region origin stones. Wait until we buy them. I will have Tianjia and others deliver them to you." City Master Murong said with smile. Qin Yun nodded and said, "Dao talismans that can quickly release region origin stones energy. When you really need them, come find me. This kind of talisman is very difficult to craft. It consumes a lot of time. Actually, it is not difficult at all, especially after you use the Gemini treasure mirror. He will be able to obtain one just by using it." He said this so that old Fei Qian and City Master Murong won't feel that they have suffered too much loss. All right, City Master Murong said with smile. Soon after, the two of them escorted Qin Yun out. Yi Yaoxue is waiting for Qin Yun in the reception hall outside. Xia Wufeng and Murong Tianjia are not here. It is clear that they couldn't wait any longer and ran off to kill ghost beast emperors. How about this? I will escort you back to Star Traveling Pagoda. Yang Chongtian and Zhang Rong, those two bastards, surely have a grudge against you. I am worried that they will take revenge on you. City Master Murong said. Those two old things already sent Emperor Killer Team to kill us. Yi Yaoxue coldly groaned and said. Hearing about Emperor Killer Team, old Fei Qian and City Master Murong's countenance changed. Those Emperor Killer Team members are Yang Chongtian's sons. What happened afterwards? Did you suffer any injuries? City Master Murong asked. That bastard Yang Chongtian is too treacherous, old Fei Qian cursed in low voice. Of course we are fine. Emperor Killer Team is dead. Qin Yun said with smile. With me here, how could they succeed? That's true. Brother Yun is a venerable master. Those guys deserve it. City Master Murong said with smile. Let's go. I will escort you back to Star Traveling Pagoda. Old Man Murong will escort you back. I won't be going. Old Fei Tian said with smile. I will return home first, properly spread the news. Let everyone in Heaven's Pride City know that I can open essence stones. They bid farewell to each other and left Murong Manor. Qin Yun and Yi Yaoxue are sitting in City Master Murong's flying carriage, feeling a lot more relieved. City Master Murong very quickly escorted them back to Star Traveling Pagoda. Then he chatted with Granny Star for a while before returning to Murong Manor. On the way, Qin Yun learned from City Master Murong that old Fei Qian is a pagoda master. Therefore, his network is very wide and he has very high status. Even Yang Chongtian and Zhang Rong don't dare to provoke him. After returning to Star Traveling Pagoda, Qin Yun pulled Yi Yaoxue and quickly went to a secret room on the top floor. These youngsters are really, Granny Star said with smile. After Yi Yaoxue arrived at the secret room, she lightly groaned and said, What is so urgent? Can't you slow down a bit? Didn't you see Granny Star's expression just now? We agreed before. As long as you have time, you will let me study your martial spirit. Qin Yun rubbed his hands and said with smile, Quickly take out your martial spirit. I want to take a look. I know. Yaoxue giggled. You are really something. You're not interested in women at all. I am clearly a great beauty, but my martial spirit is even more attractive to you. I have seen many great beauties, but great beauties with heavenly runes are very few. Qin Yun said with smile. Yi Yaoxue pursed her lips and smiled, then released her red heavenly rune martial spirit. Chapter 990. Overlord Intimidation. Yi Yaoxue looked at the Gemini treasure mirror in Qin Yun's hand and said with smile, Is this a Dao tool treasure mirror? Don't tell me you want to record my heavenly rune. Will it work? She now knew that her heavenly rune martial spirit wasn't simple at all. It wasn't something that could be casually copied. My treasure mirror is not an ordinary Dao tool treasure mirror. Qin Yun said with mischievous smile. Even if you use 10 Dao tool treasure mirrors to exchange for mine, I will not exchange it. Qin Yun's Gemini treasure mirror has a very precious Gemini, heavenly rune inside it. It is precisely this Gemini heavenly rune that allows the mirror to record all kinds of runes inside it. The Gemini heavenly rune he obtained was split from Kong Feiqing's rune spirit. Before he can carve the Gemini heavenly rune, he must preserve the Gemini heavenly rune inside the treasure mirror. If he loses it, it will be gone forever. Is it really useful? Yi Yaoshua looked at Qin Yun's treasure mirror, pouted mischievously, and asked, "If your treasure mirror can record the heavenly rune inside my martial spirit, won't you need to research my martial spirit in the future? We will talk about it when the time comes. The heavenly rune inside your martial spirit is the main body. It has great research value. Moreover, it will evolve in the future. After your heavenly rune evolves, it will become a lot stronger. I will properly research it when the time comes." Qin Yun said with smile, "Let your martial spirit revolve." Yao Shue controlled the red light ball to revolve. Heavenly runes are three-dimensional. Yi Yao Shue and Kong Feiqing's heavenly runes are the same. They are very complex runes interweaved together. Qin Yun's treasure mirror needs to revolve the heavenly rune and record it from every angle. While recording, the Gemini treasure mirror is frantically absorbing Qin Yun's energy. Nether Moon and Nether Sun's power is quickly flowing into the Gemini treasure mirror. Your treasure mirror is indeed very awesome. Yi Yaoshua saw that the Gemini treasure mirror is slightly trembling. It is filled with very formidable energy. Your heavenly rune is very difficult to record, so the treasure mirror needs to absorb very formidable energy. Qin Yun said with slight frown. "Xiao Yun, I'll lend the devil-chasing plate you refined to Xiao Wufeng and the others. He is your big brother. It doesn't matter, right?" Yao Shua said with smile. "It doesn't matter. I can easily refine that kind of thing," Qin Yun said indifferently. "How can your inscription talent be so terrifying? The devil-chasing plate must be very valuable now. If you sell it, it should be worth 1 billion purple crystal coins." Yi Yaoshua's phoenix eyes are flickering with envy. Although she is very strong, it is very difficult for her to obtain Regent Origin Stones quickly. But because Qin Yun is a venerable master, he can obtain Regent Origin Stones very easily. Good looks are useless. Although many people want to pursue me, none of them are willing to give me Regent Origin Stones. A bunch of misers. Yi Yaoshua lightly groaned and said, "What benefit can I get from giving you these precious Regent Origin Stones?" Qin Yun said with smile, "If it were me, I wouldn't give it to you. You immoral venerable master. You are always thinking about this kind of thing. So hateful." Yi Yaoshua's face became slightly red. She stomped her foot and angrily cursed. Qin Yun said with smile, "If I were a moral, venerable master, I would have already destroyed your flower. We have been together for so many days. I have had dozens of opportunities to take action against you. But did I take action?" Yi Yaoshua glared at him, curled her lips, and said, "Then why didn't you take action? You basically don't dare. You have perverted thoughts, but you don't have the guts." Qin Yun shook his head and smiled. "If I take action against you, I will suffer a great loss." Yi Yaoshua immediately became very angry. She feels like she is being insulted. She delicately groaned and said, "Why would you suffer a great loss? The one suffering a great loss is clearly me. I am a very responsible man. When the time comes, if you pester me all day to give you Regent Origin Stones, I will surely give them to you. Tell me, wouldn't I suffer a great loss?" Qin Yun said with smile, "Paying a great price for the evil thoughts in your heart. It is not worth it. It is not worth it. Immoral venerable master, you are always thinking of such filthy things." Yi Yaoshua furiously looked at Qin Yun. Her expression is filled with hidden bitterness. "You are speaking as if I am very greedy." Qin Yun looked at the Gemini treasure mirror and saw a red light ball gradually appear. This is Yi Yaoshua's heavenly rune. Naturally, Her martial spirit has not been reflected inside. It is only a ball of heavenly rune. If he can bring her martial spirit inside, it will be the same as Xiao Yuamei's mystical mirror. All right, many thanks, senior sister, Qin Yun said with smile. You are welcome. This is what I owe you. Yi Yaoxue curled her lips and said, Are you regretting now that you did not want to be my woman back then? Qin Yun said with smile. Of course not. I am self-reliant. I don't want to rely on you. Yi Yaoxue crossed her arms over her chest and said with proud expression, Go call Mengshu over for me. Even though you don't want to rely on me, I want you to quickly become stronger, evolve your heavenly rune, and give birth to its own spirit. At that time, I will know what kind of heavenly rune it is. Qin Yun said, Kong Feiqing's Gemini heavenly rune is very strong, so Ling Yuner can communicate with it through her spirit body. Qin Yun doesn't know anything about Yi Yaoxue's heavenly rune. He also doesn't know what use it has. Therefore, he wants to quickly help Yi Yaoxue and make her heavenly rune give birth to its own spirit. I'm different from others. My cultivation requires a lot of region origin stones. Only if you are very generous and give me all of your region origin stones will I be able to break through. Yi Yaoxue faintly sighed and said, I have been stuck at mid-stage martial emperor for many years. Many people have broken through, but I am still unable to. Go call Mengshu over. I will help you break through. Qin Yun said, You should properly increase your cultivation. You're only peak stage martial king. You will need a lot of resources to break through to martial emperor. Don't worry about me. Yi Yaoxue finished speaking and left the secret room. She went to Ancient Star Pagoda to find Hong Mengshu. Qin Yun took out some talisman papers, then used the Gemini treasure mirror to carve the runes required for Mysterious Penetration Dao Talisman. After carving, he poured in the power of Mysterious Penetration Divine Ability and quickly crafted Mysterious Penetration Dao Talisman. Xiao Yun, bring Yi Yaoxue in and let her cultivate Sun and Moonheart Sutra together. It will be very helpful to you. She is mid-stage martial emperor. Her cultivation is not much different from yours. Moreover, she has a special heavenly rune martial spirit power within her body. When the time comes, you, Mengshu, and others will be able to absorb her heavenly rune power. Maybe there will be other benefits. Ling Yuner said with smile. Indeed. Moreover, when the time comes, she will be very grateful to me. Later when I ask her to help me with something, she will be very attentive. Qin Yun said with smile. This devil woman, Yi, has very good prospects. You bastard, you always want these beautiful women to help you do things. Don't you want to do something for them? Ling Yuner delicately laughed. It would be best if Kong Feiqing and Gong Fian. Their situation is different. They can't cultivate with me. Sister Kiru told me this. Because she has been cultivating with Gemini, heavenly rune, for many years. They are very familiar with Gemini power, but we are not. Qin Yun said. Ling Yuner said, You ask Sister Kiru. Tell her about Yi Yaoxue's heavenly rune. Xie Kiru is much more knowledgeable in this aspect compared to Yao Fong. Qin Yun took out the immortal graveyard diagram and contacted Xie Kiru. Not long after, Xie Kiru's gentle and pleasant voice came through. Qin Yun informed Xie Kiru about Yi Yaoxue's heavenly rune martial spirit, and also gave her a simple description of the heavenly rune. The heavenly rune's energy is still very vague. Even Yi Yaoxue herself is not very clear about it. In this kind of situation, it is very likely that the heavenly rune has not fully matured. Xie Kiru was silent for a while after listening to Qin Yun, and then said, Not fully matured. But that heavenly rune is very complicated. It is even more complicated than Gemini heavenly rune. Qin Yun said, Gemini heavenly rune is not a power type heavenly rune, so it is relatively simple. Yi Yaoxue's heavenly rune is certainly a power type. As for the specifics, we will have to wait until it takes form to know. Xie Kiru said, Xiao Yun, you must quickly find another sun spirit inside the ancient domain. I am still unable to enter the ancient domain. Once I can enter, I will find it as soon as possible. Qin Yun said. He suddenly recalled the matter of the 9-sun divine hammer and told Siakaru about the Nine-Sun Divine Hammer. There's a very big problem with Nine-Sun Divine Hammer. When he used it before, he made a mistake and his arm was injured. After Siakaru finished listening, her tone became grave. Xiao Yun, Nine-Sun Divine Hammer, is one of the sun spirits. The current situation is very likely that the corresponding sun has a very big problem. Sun body is the foundation of sun spirit and sun spirit. If there's a problem with the sun body, it will affect the sun spirit and sun spirit. Then will my Nine-Sun Divine Spirit also have a problem? Qin Yun worriedly asked. With the 9 souls together, even if there's a problem with the sun body, there will be no problem, you can rest assured on this point. Siakaru lightly sighed and said, It seems like the sun corresponding to your Nine-Sun Divine Hammer will soon fall. At that time, Nine-Sun Divine Hammer will also turn into an ordinary object. Qin Yun took out Nine-Sun Divine Hammer and said with a pained expression, Then what should I do? I don't want to lose this good hammer. Siakaru said, Xiao Yun, there is a way. It is to recast the sun body for the Nine-Sun Divine Hammer. Let's talk about this later. With your current strength, it is still difficult to do. In short, the Nine-Sun Divine Hammer has only temporarily become an ordinary object. With your ability, you will definitely be able to rebirth the Nine-Sun Divine Hammer in the future. And at that time, the Nine-Sun Divine Hammer will become even stronger. Really? Qin Yun held the Nine-Sun Divine Hammer in his hand and sensed it trembling slightly. Big sister won't lie to you, Siakaru chuckled and said. Cultivate in peace and increase your strength. Qin Yun felt a lot more at ease and stored the immortal graveyard diagram. Ling Yuner said, Xiao Yun, don't be sad. Nine-Sun Divine Hammer belongs to the sun spirit. This kind of heaven and earth spiritual object also has its own tribulation. If it passes through, it can be reborn and become even stronger. Qin Yun nodded. Inside the secret room, he suddenly sensed a slight tremble. He hastily left the secret room and arrived at the top of the pagoda. He saw the 9 suns are covered by gray gas. 100 pagoda sect insects. This overlord is back. Ha ha ha. Wash yourselves and wait for me to eat you. A laughter filled with evil aura appeared in the sky. Chapter 991. Nether Sun Abnormal Phenomenon. Granny Star arrived at the top of the pagoda and looked at the gray clouds in the sky. She worriedly said, Xiao Yun, it is best if you don't go in to capture ghost beast emperors during this period of time. It is very dangerous inside. Qin Yun nodded and said, I know, Granny. Senior sister and I just came out. We are very clear about the situation inside. He doesn't need to go in now, because he can use Dao talismans to exchange for region origin stones. Lanshan walked over and asked, Granny Star, is it really very dangerous inside? I heard that many people went in. Granny Star sighed and said, Indeed, it is very dangerous inside. Don't go in. Others going in is their business. But I dare say that those who go in, I dare say that 5 out of 10 people will not come out alive. Ghost Beast Overlord is not a joke. There are many ghost beasts, especially those king-quality ghost beast emperors. They are very formidable. The reason why many people think that they are weak is because they are scattered everywhere and do not help each other. Now that Ghost Beast Overlord has appeared, all the ghost beasts are gathered together. The originally scattered ghost beasts have now gathered together, and their strength has become very dreadful. Qin Yun is not worried about Xia Wufeng. With his strength, as long as he doesn't encounter a half-immortal, nothing big will happen to him. Granny Star, I heard that every pagoda's half-immortals are going to First Pagoda for a meeting. Are you not going? Qin Yun asked. I don't need to go. Because I'm the only half-immortal in Star traveling pagoda, I don't need to go. Granny Star said with a smile. As long as we are inside 100 Pagoda Sect, we will be safe. If 100 Pagoda Sect's great formation is broken, we can still teleport to Star Picking Pavilion. Lanshan said with a smile. Although the small star where Star Picking Pavilion is located is very small, it is a good place to take refuge. As long as they hide there, it'll be very difficult for others to find them. Granny Star thought for a bit and said again, I will still go to First Pagoda. At least I will know some things. She finished speaking and flew towards First Pagoda. Lan Xin also left the pagoda and arrived at Star Picking Pavilion through Starry Sky Teleportation Formation. Not long after, Yi Yaoxue and Hong Mengshu arrived at the top floor. This is Qin Yun's residence. The moment Hong Mengshu arrived at the small hall, she smiled mischievously and said, Brother Yun, you called me here. Are you preparing to cultivate? Qin Yun stroked her long and smooth ponytail and said with a smile, Mengshu, how did you know? Of course it's a guess. Hong Mengshu smiled and said, When will it start? To be honest, I'm quite worried if I keep breaking through, because my cultivation speed is just too fast. Don't worry, nothing will happen, Qin Yun said confidently. My breakthrough isn't slow either. What do you think will happen to me? Yi Yaoxue asked with frown. What are you talking about? Xiaoyan, why did you call Mengshu over if you want to cultivate? Because we want to cultivate together, Qin Yun said with smile. Ah, cultivate together? What happened? Yi Yaoxue is very amazed. She looked at Qin Yun and Hong Mengshu with a strange expression and said in low voice, Using this kind of method to cultivate, is it reliable? Big Sister Yi, of course it's reliable. That is a very powerful cultivation technique. Hong Mengshu smiled tenderly and said, Yi Yaoxue said with smile, No wonder you want to cultivate together, so it is like this. Qin Yun rolled his eyes and said to Hong Mengshu, Mengshu, pass the Sun and Moonheart Sutra to her. Let her join us. All right, Hong Mengshu said with smile. With such a powerful martial emperor like her joining us, it will be very helpful to us. What? You want me to join and many people can cultivate together? Yi Yaoxue is somewhat amazed. Big Sister Yi, you will know very soon. Hong Mengshu giggled and explained the benefits of Sun and Moonheart Sutra to Yi Yaoxue. After Yi Yaoxue heard this, she repeatedly expressed her amazement. She is very interested. Look at how you are making a fuss over nothing. You truly have no experience. To think that you are some big senior sister. Qin Yun curled his lips and said, You. Yi Yaoxue tenderly groaned and said, I know you are a great master. You are very awesome. Is that enough? Big Sister Yi, I will pass the Sun and Moonheart Sutra to you. Min cannot hear the mnemonic chant. Let's go. Hong Mengshu pulled Yi Yaoxue and entered a secret room. Qin Yun is waiting outside. He waited for 2 hours, and then Hong Mengshu let him in. After 2 hours, Hong Mengshu let him in. After entering the secret room, Qin Yun let Shui Tianzi and Zi Qingqing out. Yi Yaoxue also knows that Sun and Moonheart Sutra can be cultivated by one man and many women at the same time. It is very beneficial to many people. She is very impatient to give a try. Xiaoyan, is Sun and Moonheart Sutra really that awesome? One portion can be used as several portions? Yi Yaoxue still doesn't dare to believe it. Try it and you will know. Qin Yun said, Let's begin. Senior sister, your cultivation is the highest, so when the time comes, you will be in charge. As for the specifics, Sun and Moonheart Sutra should have instructions. Yi Yaoxue nodded. Qin Yun and the other women are sitting on top of a 9-condensation Dao formation. Mid and low-quality Regent Origin Stones are placed in the middle. All the Regent Origin Stones Yi Yaoxue collected are placed on top of the formation. Although most of them are mid and low quality, they are more than Qin Yun's. Qin Yun still has high-quality and king-quality Regent Origin Stones. He is not using them for the time being. Yi Yaoxue can see that she has more Regent Origin Stones, but she doesn't feel that she is suffering a loss. Because if they cultivate together, it will be equal to having 5 portions of resources. They will obtain the same benefits. Begin. Yi Yaoxue took a deep breath and said, This is my first time using it. If I can't use it well, please give me some pointers. Yaoxue, you are so talented. You will definitely be able to use it very well. Her smile is very beautiful and sweet, causing Yi Yaoxue to praise her in her heart. Then, she nodded her head. Yi Yaoshue began cultivating according to Sun and Moon Heart Sutra and began absorbing the energy released by the 9 condensation Tao formation. The energy released by the Regent Origin Stones is very great. Qin Yun and the others are absorbing it very quickly. Then they're circulating the energy within their bodies, allowing them to absorb the energy very quickly. From the very beginning, Yi Yaoshue can clearly feel how dreadful Sun and Moon Heart Sutra is. Not only it can absorb energy very quickly, it can also increase the strength of the energy by several times. After it enters the body, it can quickly temper the body. Qin Yun's energy has the characteristics of a mortal devil body and nether moon. Even nether moon has a bit of it. Therefore, Hong Mengshu and others can also obtain some benefits from it. And Yi Yaoshue's energy has heavenly rune. It is filled with mysterious and formidable energy. Just as Qin Yun expected, because Yi Yaoshue is the one leading the cultivation this time, her cultivation is also the highest. Therefore, the energy she released is heavenly rune. This kind of energy is very violent. After it entered Qin Yun's and others' bodies, it caused them to feel some discomfort, but they can very quickly refine it. Because this is a joint cultivation, they can borrow Yi Yaoshue's energy to refine it. It might be a bit painful. Everyone endure it, Qin Yun said with frown. Hong Mengshu and others can endure hardships very well. This bit of pain is nothing to them. Yi Yaoshue is feeling the benefits of joint cultivation for the first time. She is very excited in her heart and cursed Qin Yun in her heart. Because this way, she might have to follow Qin Yun in the future. Qin Yun has a great amount of resources in his hands. So long as they join his group, they can obtain the benefits of those resources. She finally understood why the two beauties, Zi Qingsheng and Shui Tianzi, were willing to follow Qin Yun to help him. It turned out that there were benefits to it. Qin Yun and Yi Yaoshue need to absorb a great amount of energy to break through. And the energy they released is also the strongest. Within 2 days, Qin Yun and Yi Yaoshue's low-quality Regent Origin Stones have been completely used up. And now Hong Mengshu, Shui Tianzi, and Zi Qingsheng have also entered Martial Emperor realm. This kind of speed is simply inconceivable. I still haven't broken through. Qin Yun said, I also haven't. I feel that I am a bottomless pit. I did not expect you to be the same. Yi Yaoshue looked at Qin Yun and said in amazement. Qin Yun took out all the high-quality, best quality, and king-quality Regent Origin Stones he collected and placed them on the 9 condensation Tao formation. He gritted his teeth and said, This time, I will surely be able to enter Martial Emperor realm. Yi Yaoshue became very excited and said, I might even be able to enter late-stage Martial Emperor realm. If we continue like this, we will surely be able to break through again. This should not have any effect on us, right? Although Hong Mengshu has become Martial Emperor, she is still somewhat worried. Don't worry, your condition is very stable. Breaking through again won't be a problem, Yi Yaoshue said with smile. Begin. Qin Yun can use these resources for his own use. If he cultivates with Yi Yaoshue and others, he won't lose anything. Instead, he will obtain great benefits. Not only can he absorb energy very quickly, he can also obtain a bit of Yi Yaoshue's heavenly rune power. Now the most excited person is Yi Yaoshue. She never knew that cultivation could be done this way. Most importantly, one portion of resources can be absorbed by many people at the same time. Yi Yaoshue has been stuck at bottleneck for too long. Now that she can see that breakthrough is in sight, she is extremely excited. More than 10 days pass by. Hong Mengshu, Zi Qingsheng, and Shui Tianzi's faces are filled with pleasant surprise because they have broken through mid-stage Martial Emperor. Qin Yun has also entered a breakthrough state. He can sense that Nether Sun is evolving. Other people cultivate Tao Core, and Qin Yun has cultivated a small Nether Sunday. Nether Sun has always been black. Even though it has evolved, there is no other change, but the power it is releasing is very strong. Nether Sun is moving, Ling Yuner said in pleasant surprise. It is expanding. It has become one size bigger. Qin Yun's body trembled. Black, baleful energy rushed out of his body, and his eyes became incomparably pitch black. At this moment, Qin Yun can clearly sense that his entire body is transforming, becoming stronger. Qin Yun's body trembled. Black mist rushed out with a whistling sound and filled the entire secret room. The dense black mist spread throughout the secret room and turned it pitch black. However, it is also slowly fading away. You're tuning in to the Warrior Lore YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.